Thank you for joining us, everyone. This is an actual play of Daggerheart, the release version of the game. We get to see how it plays. The adventure is Curse of the Copper Skulls, a level 6 adventure of our own creation. Wanted to do level 6 so we could see how the higher tiers play, how multi-classing works, all that good stuff. We have playing today Andrew playing Silver. We got Will playing Medbot. We got Teos playing Kalia. We got Sean playing Frogma. Sean's mic's a little quiet. Sorry about that. And we got David playing Solmera. So you'll recognize some of those names. Some developers, contributors to the Devoured Labyrinth Kickstarter, a Shadow Dark anthology of adventures. Sean and Teos, of course, of Mastering Dungeons. David, of course, of DM David the blog, and many great articles and several adventures that David's written. So let's see how it goes.
Silver looks pretty much like her icon there. She is a, for lack of better description, a wandering weather witch. She always looks disheveled, even though her clothes are always clean, but always look disheveled. She basically looks eternally like she just rolled out of bed. She is super interested in magic and travel and has left the place where she was living, which was in the woods outside the village, because she saved some villagers, but the people she was saving said villagers from ended up burned to a crisp, and the villagers got freaked out about the use of force and so forth. Well, that's what I get for saving anybody. She is a sorcerer, underborn, half elf, half human, multi-class to wizard mechanically.
That's cool. So for this test, I wanted to make you guys 6th level or 5th level or higher, so that one of you could do a multi-class. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays for you.
Well, Andrew's never met a multi-class he didn't like, so...
Right. Okay, Sean. Go ahead, Sean Fragma.
I am playing Fragma. She's an Order-born Orc warrior, taking Call of the Slayer. She is completely obsessed with fastidiousness. So her armor is very clean, her weapons are all taken care of, and so is the armor and weapons of everyone she adventures with. And she also is very interested in prophecy, because at one point a seer told her that she was destined to sacrifice herself for a greater good. So she is constantly reading up on prophecy and talking to seers and talking to fortune tellers.
All right. Teos, go ahead.
Hey everybody, my name is Kelia. It's so great to see you. Oh my god, I'm so happy to be in this forest. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. Oh yeah. Oh, this outfit? Oh, I just picked it up at a shop recently. I know, it's so nice. And that's Kelia with the addition of having some very nimble fingers for filching things that she likes, because she doesn't quite understand that not everything is hers. There's also, some rumors that she's maybe a noble, but maybe can't go back home. It's hard to tell. You've already, whatever civilization we've been in, she has already flirted a lot with a lot of people in a eyebrow-raising fashion. I am a rogue, a fawn, and my character does a lot of, technically I can get sneak attack if you're familiar with rogue concepts in other games. I have a lot of abilities that function off of my presence, which is unusual for the build. It expects me to go off of my finesse, but I have a high presence, and so a lot of my powers come from the side that use presence and are kind of enchanting people or going invisible, that kind of thing.
All right, David.
Hey, I am Solmera Soto, an Infernus Seraph. You might have heard of my dad, Garrick Sofo, because he was rich and well-connected, but he also had a taste for bad bets and even worse friends until he disappeared. So I've been living in the shabby old family manor, too broke to keep up with the life of dissipation of my friends. And then I started hearing a voice in my dreams inviting me to make a new name for myself, doing heroic things. So strange. But I thought, hey, I'll give it a try. So I give words of encouragement and heal and fly around and smack things.
All right. Drag you guys down to a clearing in the Grunwald Forest. You've been traveling for the better part of a day, and the light is starting to fade, but you have an hour or two left for your destination, a little thorp in the forest called the Tangle Brush. And you have met up here, or you've been traveling together since you got here. There's a nice inviting log to take a quick break and get off your feet and have a little bit of a meal before you set off into the forest again after meeting the rest of your companions here. You left behind, at the edge of the Grunwald Forest, a city or a small city named Hapburg. And it was in the city of Hapburg that you heard tale of this Tanglebrush Thorpe having been decimated by an attack just recently. There were some refugees that came to the town, and you remember one specifically, a young mother with 2 children, a young daughter, maybe 5, maybe 4, just crying, holding on to her tightly. A boy, maybe 7, 8 years old, trying to look brave, but you could see the watery eyes as he stood there with his chest puffed out. She told you that her husband, Jack, had defended them and let them flee from the Thorpe when the attack came. It was at night, and they couldn't get a good look at what was attacking them, but they saw like a skull, a coppery-colored skull amidst the melee when she fled. She begs you to find her husband, Jack. She describes him for you. He is rather tall, scraggly beard, dark hair. He's got a limp because he's got a couple toes missing, but he won't fess up to that. But that's how you can recognize Jack. So, any thoughts while you guys are eating?
Well, I've heard about these copper skulls before. That's weird news.
Yes.
What have you heard about them?
Oh, and I'm struggling to find Tom's message here.
It's in, everyone check your direct messages in Discord. You'll see some rumors you might know.
Here we go. There's these famous skulls in the woods near us. Ancient alchemists crafted the skulls as vessels for forbidden knowledge, but the folks who attempt to unlock those mysteries or attempt to use them are cursed. I don't know. I heard it from my dad's old friends when they were drunk and trying to impress. So it might not be the most reliable word.
Well, I know for sure that they are in the Grunwald Forest. Now, and there's a lot of fame around these copper skulls. I bet they've got like a totally awesome, nefarious leader. Can't wait to meet him. But I did also hear that the copper skulls are into trapping vengeful spirits. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Before anyone can reply to Kelia, Solmera, you all hear bird sounds and stuff like that in the forest, all normal. But there was a bird sound you heard, Solmera, that seemed not right. More like a signal not quite properly done than a bird call. It came from the tree line to the northwest of the log, maybe 60 feet away. And then
Before anyone reacts to that, I'm going to go ahead and do my cheesy thing, and I'm going to bestow everybody with a perfumed letter that is an invitation to a after party that we'll have after we're done with this adventure. And so everybody gains 1 hope. And then I'm going to pay a stress to swap out that card for another card. As I start with cheese. Starting with cheese.
That's some fancy trickery there. Tom, I think my token should have an image on it if you draw a new one in, maybe.
Yep, I see it. I'll draw a new one in. Shoot, why didn't that work? That's weird. Try again. It's because
It's like giving out bardic inspiration if you're a bard.
But I'm curious whether they mean for you to like be able to use a loadout thing like that has tokens on it and then stow it. It's
I think they 100% do. I've got one of the same things that I plan to do. I think that's part of the thing. I think. We'll see.
We'll find out.
About the copper skulls, I too have heard that they're in these woods, but I heard that they're, and this is fairly reliable. I heard from a woman I know, that there are pillars above the ground that are veined with copper that are above where the holes of the skulls. So this just looks like wood. So wherever those skulls are, I don't think we're in the right place just yet.
Whatever you do, never pour blood on a copper skull.
That is sometimes involuntary.
If you're, like ritually, because then it summons demons.
What a strange impulse to have as something to do.
Well, some people do it. I hear, and because they want to summon demons for some reason.
Oh.
So, no offense. You're an Infernus, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
As you guys are having this conversation, I'm going to spend a fear. So you guys can kind of gather around whatever order you were standing here, having the conversation. You feel more than hear, kind of a rumble in the ground, and the ground begins to shake, and you hear the crashing of trees coming from the east. And then an enormous head of a draconic creature comes into view. Oh, and I should spend that fear. One fear down. This draconic creature raises its heads up and they roar a primal scream / roar. Many-headed, let's see, terrifying chorus. All PCs lose 2 hope as it does this. And back to you guys' turn.
Just straight up, no.
No save, no nothing. 2 hope lost.
Rough.
Yeah.
I still have some hope for that party, though, so.
Yeah.
Maybe it's friendly.
It most definitely is not. The you can see the jaws and such biting at the air and getting ready to strike out at the 4 of you. And one thing you note that's odd is the teeth, the jagged teeth and the maws of these 3 draconic heads are copper.
Oh. I wonder if this is a thing cursed by the skulls.
Nope.
So is it coming at us?
It's your guys' turn to do something. One of you, yeah, it is attacking. If you delay any longer, it'll go before you.
Yeah. Well, I will move into. Let me see, trying to find the best way to put all my thing. Okay.
If there's anybody who wants to do area before people move up to it, probably now's the time.
Sure. I'll be moving up to it, so if anybody wants to go before that.
I'm going to move away.
Well, okay. Yeah. Are you going to take an action too, or no?
Not yet. I plan to, but if you're going to run up to it.
Well, I will. I'll say. Oh my God! You are the ugliest thing I have ever seen in a forest. I don't know how you live with yourself. And I'm going to make a presence roll as I provoke them. And so let's see. If I click in the character sheet, does it roll over there, or do I have to click on roll 20 character sheet? Probably roll 20 character sheet.
Yeah, I do think it only does the roll 20 character sheet, but you could try.
Let's try. So I'm rolling, and I better not spend a hope, so let's just roll.
There, it did work. Difficulty for this guy is it's a crit. Doesn't matter what the difficulty is.
Crit?
Yep.
Starting it up right.
Nice. Yep. Gain hope, clear stress, and what effect does that have?
Yeah.
Good start.
Very nice. Perfect. Yeah, so the effect of Troublemaker, one of my domain cards, is I roll a number of d4s equal to my proficiency, so that's 4. Did I do that right? There we go. So I take the highest, which was a 4, so it takes 4 stress.
Oh, nice job.
As it realizes it's not invited to the after party.
And when you're acting, feel free to take a couple actions, however many you feel comfortable with. Throw the spotlight to whoever you want to throw it to after you're done moving or done acting.
Well, I will move into the forest and hide, and kind of, make it look like I'm going one direction, I'm going another, and that kind of thing to throw it off so it doesn't know exactly where I am. And I will hide. And when I hide, because I'm a rogue, I am cloaked. which means that even if it can get to where it would see me, it won't see me. And I'll pause there if somebody else wants to go.
Okay. When you do that, I say, I didn't think you would be able to fight at all, but that was very, very well done. And I explain a couple of points as I'm moving forward about why that was such a well placed shot. So I'm making a soldier's bond with you. So I complimented you, and now I can gain 3 hope.
And does Kelly gain 3 hope too? I think maybe.
When you compliment someone, you can both gain 3 hope. There you go.
Nice.
Ooh,
Wow.
Awesome.
And I assume that's just something that happens. It's not an action.
Yeah, if it doesn't have any kind of a role associated, it just happens.
Okay.
It's an action, but it doesn't. There's no chance it'll throw it to me unless I spend a fear.
So
They're all
after I do
actions,
that-
and you can technically chain them.
Gotcha. Is there a remind me? I'm going to go all the way back to the game loop here. Is there a restriction on movement?
You can move close, 30 feet, and if you try to move further than that in like one suite of your actions, then you got to actually make an agility roll.
Gotcha. Okay. So I will then move up to it, and I will try to hit it with my longsword.
Okay, difficulty on this guy is a 19. No,
Oof.
yeah, 19. No, 18. Sorry, 18.
So I will roll, I hope. Did I roll?
And I think the rolls have to be on your roll 20 version of your character sheet
Okay.
instead of the
Right, so
semi-plain
yep,
version.
I think I got it roll. So I rolled with fear and got a 14.
Okay. Well, 14's a miss, and I'll add a fear. Hopefully you guys should, if you zoom up far enough, see the fear scale up above you.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I don't see where the I just see the word fear.
Word fear.
I can't tell
Thank you.
what's in there.
Yeah, let me fix that.
Yeah.
So I just got to fix this guy, make this visible to everyone, and save.
There we go.
And then I make the text overlay visible to everyone, so you can see the actual number. 5 out of 12 right now. I start with, actually I started with 4, because there's only 4 of you will didn't make it, so I'll lower that one, since I've spent 1 and gained 1 so far. So it's at 4 out of 12. After Fragma's turn, this Hydra is going to go ahead and move out and to there. 6. Fragma, I don't know if you're have an attack of opportunity that you can make.
I do.
Okay,
I
go
do.
for it if you want.
I have to find it. Attack of opportunity. If an adversary within melee range attempts to leave that range, make a reaction roll using a trait of your choice against their difficulty. So I will do agility roll.
Okay, and the difficulty is 18.
So I roll. I got a 16 with fear.
Okay. There is no, when you're doing reaction rolls, you don't gain hope or fear. So anytime you're making like a saving throw or doing what you just did, it won't stack up hope and fear. Okay, so it will freely move out to here, and then it lashes out back at you, Fragma, with its bite. So that's a 5. So that probably is below your evasion, probably misses you. And then I'm going to spend a fear and spotlight the Hydra again. It is relentless, meaning I can spotlight it once per head per GM turn. So with its second head, it's going to go after Solmera with a bite, missing you, Solmera. And then with its third head, spending another fear, it's going to go after Silver with a bite. 12 evasion, Silver, does that hit?
It will,
If
because
it-
I have low things. So
And if it does, it's 20 physical.
that feels like a lot. Actually, it's not.
Is it match you hit, or you have to be
Match. Yeah, if I match the evasion, the monster hits.
Well, my evasion is 11.
Okay, so it hit.
Yep.
I'll take 1 HP damage. Then.
Okay. That is all I'm going to do. Back to the players.
Are its heads separate creatures?
They are not. If you do enough damage to it, you think you could sever a head, which would then, of course, reduce how many times it could act. But they are not separate creatures, no.
Okay. Well, I will. I don't like that it's trying to bite me. You know what? I will use Unleash Chaos and just try to hurt it. 1 second. I'm just... yeah. So this is Spellcast. Figuring out how to roll. Now, if I wanted to add experience, Is that before or after the roll?
Before. So when you're determining all your modifiers that you want to get, you need to have them all figured out before you make that roll. And you can spend more than one experience too if you have more than one hope, if they're applicable.
I'm gonna use one hope to use my experience, which is fuck around and find out,
Okay.
and add 2 to the roll.
Okay.
So that is 19. 25 was hope.
Nice. Definitely hit them.
Okay. Next question. Sorry, I promise I won't ask these.
That's okay. Totally okay. We're all
After you
learning.
cast a spell or make an attack. So I will use manipulate magic to mark a stress to double a damage die of my choice. So instead of rolling 4 dice, I will roll 5. Okay. How do I? So it'll be 21 damage. Wow, that is awful. What else do I have? Sorry, one sec. Still figuring out everything I have. I don't have 3. Okay, that's fine. 21 damage.
21 magic damage.
Yes.
Okay, its major threshold is 19, so that's going to do 2 hit points damage to the thing. Oh, and Silver, you can mark 1 hit point. If you just click your token, click the red circle with a 0 in it, and type a 1, it'll show your 1 hit point you've taken.
Yeah, I've marked it on my
on your character sheet.
boundary.
I put it down below
yeah.
your token just so that everyone in the party can see. That way they'll know whether or not they need to come heal you. So Mara,
You rolled with hope too, right?
Yep, you get into hope. Yeah,
get a
Fragma,
hope.
you guys can do the same thing with your bar 3. Put on the left side of bar 3, 0 for marked hit points. And on the right side of bar 3, your max hit points. Then everyone will know where you're at health-wise. Okay, so you can see the Hydra is pretty stressed already. It's taken a couple wounds, 2 hit points damage. It took magic damage, and it has a weakness to magical damage. So this is a reaction, magic damage weakness. It's dazed, which means it cannot regenerate, and it's immune to magic damage now till the next roll with fear is made. Anyone in the party make a roll with fear, that'll stop. So that happens with the Hydra. Dazed until the next roll with fear. While dazed, can't use a regeneration action, but are immune to magic damage. That was just a reaction. Still your guys' turn. Silver, you can keep going or hand off the spotlight to someone else.
If anybody has a good way to do stress, be interesting to see if we can exceed its stress threshold.
So to try and keep combat moving kind of quick, the player who's acting, if you're kind of done a little bit, pick out, the next closest player. He has that move. They can always throw it to someone else if they don't want to go.
Yeah, I'll move farther away and just kind of hide. Not hide, but just
moving back to there. Okay.
Yeah.
And in fact, before you can throw it to someone else, I'm going to spend another fear and interrupt. Oops. There we go. Fear down to 1. And Silver, when you get to there, you hear a cracking sound like as if tree branches breaking. You turn to look, and you see where that sound had come from of the strange bird call before. A trunk of a giant tree kind of splits down the middle, and part of the trunk strides forward as it pulls its roots up out of the ground. You can see there's copper veins on the roots, and rocks fall, and dirt falls down, and the thing takes a giant stride forward out of the tree line to basically towering over you, Silver. And then you can see that the acorns within its branches and such have spiky bronze or copper colored spikes on them at the tips of them. So when it gets to there, it hurls a seed barrage. This is going to be out to 1, 2. So it's actually going to move to there. So it can get Solmera and Silver. The seed barrage, this takes a stress, so I got to mark a stress on them to do it. And it's only an 8. So if your evasion is 9 or higher, it misses you. Solmera,
That'll hit me.
that hits you. Okay, 14 physical damage from that. And that is it for the GM turn. Back to the players. Solmera, maybe? Solmera, go ahead and mark your hit points so everyone can see them if you have a chance.
I can't see anyone's hit points or name on their thing. I don't know if...
Sometimes you might have to reload Roll20 when that happens. Because I can... Let me see if the names are hidden too.
I can see 2 of ours.
Controlled by visible to everyone. One of them was hidden.
And David, if you want to go, otherwise I've got something I can do.
No, go ahead and go.
Okay. All right, so close is 30 feet, so I can't do it to get both of them. But I'll break out of my cover, and my understanding is I'm no longer hidden or cloaked. And I'll go up to it. I don't know if it has any kind of reaction
Nope,
against that.
no reaction.
Excellent. Okay. I will try to... We'll see if this works. Okay, I'm going to... a wave of hypnotic powers comes out as I give everybody an advanced preview of the party. And these brilliant lights flash out as I create this illusion. And it temporarily stuns... Okay, I do need to make a check. What's my check? Oh, spellcast roll. All right, so that is just going to be my presence, and I will do. I'm going to use the fact that I'm an exiled princess to boost it, so I'll burn a hope and add 3 to the roll. Because I really want this to go off. Yeah. All right, so I get my hope back, and so that is my, what's that, a 20, 25, yeah. And it stuns it, and they mark a stress.
All right, up to 5
While
stress.
Stunned, yeah, they can't use reactions, can't take any other actions until they clear the condition. And then I'm going to attack it.
Okay, and it's vulnerable, so it's granting an advantage on the attack. When its stress is maximum, it becomes vulnerable.
Awesome. I like that. So I will... I'm also going to go in dodging. So I'll use my Rogue's Hope, which is my class feature. So I spend 3 hope to gain a +2 bonus to my evasion until the next time an attack hits me. So I've done that, and I will do my attack. Let's see, go to my weapon here. Equipment? Is that where I go? Yeah, no. Where are my weapons? There are my weapons. Primary weapon. Okay, so I'm going to attack with my Ghost Blade, and you said it's immune to magic.
Correct.
So I'll make it physical damage, and I get to also roll a d6 and add this, which I'm not sure how I do it, so I'll just do it separately.
Ooh, that made a hit.
Oof, that was
Yeah,
good.
18 is what you needed.
Oh, fantastic. So then the damage is going to be physical, and we'll roll that. I think I've got anything else going.
Ooh, wow.
Look at that prettiness.
That is severe.
39.
That is severe. So,
And it's vulnerable.
yeah, this is an interesting question I don't know the answer to. So, when you hit, you rolled with fear. And so, it's this magical weakness ends when there's a roll with fear. I don't know if that means it would end before the damage, or if the damage is included in that roll.
Yeah, because if I know it, I would turn it. So I have a Ghost Blade. I can deal either physical or magical. So if it did end and I knew it, I would change it to magical,
Right?
Because I know it's weak to it. But if not, my guess is that when I attack it, I'm doing physical damage.
Yeah. And I'll do the undays after the damage, not in between the damage and the roll to hit. Okay, so 39 is severe damage. That does 3 hit points damage to it. And by doing 3 hit points damage to it, okay, nothing else besides that. Okay. And we got the fear added, up to fear now. And then after that, back to the GM. And now you see Solmera and Silver. You guys are mostly distracted looking at, the Treant to the north of you. But maybe Kelly might be the first one to see this creature. A creature comes out of the forest along a path from the south. The first thing you see is a coppery-hued skull, kind of glowing inside of a hood, and the thing is enormous. And it's got massive club forward feet. It walks almost like a gorilla, moving forward through the forest. It looks at you and it just, chills you to the bone, because this thing is definitely otherworldly with that floating skull inside the hood. When it gets to there, it's going to do Battle, Lust, Fear. Check this here. Boil the blood. First time in your sight. And as far as ranges going, I think I have his range wrong. We're going to be using the ranges that are in the grid ranges, since we're using a grid here. So I think that's going to be for long range. It is 12 squares. So this will not hit you, Silver. It'll hit everyone else in the party, though. So you feel that with that otherworldly presence, as you see this thing, you kind of both get a fear rush and a rush of adrenaline at the same time. So that when you make any rolls from now on, till the end of this scene, you're going to be rolling your fear die is going to be a d20. I don't think that's like implemented in demi-plane at all, so you might just have to roll 2 dice manually to do that.
Yep.
So that'll affect Somera and Kelia and Fragma until the end of the encounter. And that is a fear effect, so he burns a fear to do that. And that was his action. And it's back to you guys.
I think I'm immune to fear effects as a Infernus.
Okay.
Fearless.
Good.
Oh no, that's a specific when you roll with fear.
Oh, got it.
Never mind.
Okay, they're done. Back to you guys.
Rules question.
Yes.
I'm seeing other people rolling and their rolls are like +8, +5, and mine is only +3. Am I missing something? Did I not make my character right?
So
My
your weapon
longsword
triggers
just
off of
adds
a
what's that?
trait. Your weapon triggers off of a trait.
Right. And my agility's +3, so it's +3. Is there?
Yeah, I think that's
So ability
Right,
should be +3 or +4. I mean, I don't think anybody can have +5 at this point unless they got
I
something.
have
special.
+5 because I have an armor that gives me +1 to my presence.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And then you saw a high attack roll for me because I added an experience to it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Same. I added my experience to mine to go from +4 to +6.
There you go.
Yeah, so I got
And you can add the
+8 on-
experience. You have to do it before, or can you do it
Yeah.
after?
You have to do it before, and you have to spend a hope to use an experience.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, I'd like to have a go.
Please do.
Go ahead, Sean, if you had something more.
No. You go. You go.
All right, so I'm going to go up to this evil tree, and I'm going to try and smack it with my hallowed axe.
Nice.
Okay, so I do that, right? And then I roll. And then I think I need to re-roll the fear, right? So that's actually
Yeah.
worse. But it's a 13?
The Treant difficulty is a 17.
Oh, no, 15.
Okay.
So I guess that's a miss.
Correct.
With no fear.
This with no fear, but that does throw the action back to the creatures. And so that Treant's going to try and let's see its stress. It takes root. It marks the stress. It's restrained. It can end instead of moving with spotlight. It resists physical damage while it's taken root. So up to 2 stress for that. And I don't know what I'll mark resistance to physical damage with, but let's give it a flag. See if I remember what that means. Okay. So it did that as its action. I don't have a lot of fear. I only got 1, so I'm not going to spotlight anyone else. Back to you guys.
I will move up to the Hydra and try to hit it with my sword. But since I'm a warrior, I have some hope. So I will spend 3 hope to gain a +1 bonus to attack rolls until my next rest.
Oh, great.
So 1 hope.
And this thing is currently vulnerable, so granting advantage, so you get to roll an extra d6 as well on the attack roll.
Okay, so I will activate my bonus and then roll my attack with advantage.
And plus your fear die is a d20.
Yep.
All sorts of random stuff going on.
So I did roll a 9 hope, 1 on the d6. So let me roll a 20-sider over here. Dice, d20.
Holy
Okay,
cow.
8
Well, you definitely hit.
Fear die. So that's definitely a hit.
They gain a fear.
And so I will roll damage, which is here. Roll. Okay. So that is, I get to re-roll 1s and 2s.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think I will have to roll that over here. D8. I guess a D8's a 5. So that would be 19 plus 9, 27.
27 is major damage to the thing.
And you said it was vulnerable?
That is the extra d6 and the attack.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 more, up to 5 hit points damage to it. And you rolled with fear, so
and
back
wait,
to
wait,
them.
Because
I'm sorry,
I
go
have
ahead.
tusks. I have tusks.
Go for it. Oh, so that just adds more damage, so you can roll extra damage for those.
Yeah, tusks. When you succeed, oh, I have to spend a hope to gore, so never mind.
No. Okay. So we got the damage already to it. I added the fear already. We're going to spend a fear. Finally, it's going to shake off Kayla. It's been trying to shake it off this whole time. It's going to shake off the stun effect that you put on it. That takes its action, and is that it? I'll take that off. Okay, and then I'm going to spend a fear to spotlight another. Oops, spend a fear. Spend a fear to spotlight the Treant. Back to the Treant. He's now taken root, and now he's going to go ahead and swing that branch and try to smash Somera over the head. Who's got the axe at his feet. 20 to hit Somera for 22 physical damage. And back to you guys.
I'll go. I will attempt to conjure a Veil of Night. So I need to, for this to make a DC 12 spellcast roll to see if it. So let's start with that. Oh, well, that's terrible.
Oh, no.
Oh.
So that's not going to work.
Well, you weren't affected by the fear, were you? You're outside of it. Okay, but that is a fear, so I'm out of fear. And now it'll be their turn. So now I'm going to have the Hydra go. Shaking off the stun, and now it's going to use its multi-heads to attack. First on Frogma with a bite, or I could regenerate with an action. Oh, shoot. It took major damage, and then it took severe damage. So it's lost 2 of its heads. I should describe that as was happening.
Oh, nice.
I missed it completely. So when you did major damage to it, you cut off a head. You did major damage to it, severe damage to it, you cut off a head. Its one head was still all stunned. It shook that off finally. Now it's going again. It's going to use regeneration as its action. If the Hydra has any marked hit points, spend a fear to. So I have to spend a fear for this to clear a hit point and grow 2 heads. So it's back to 2 heads, down to 4 hit points taken, and that was its whole turn. Back to you guys.
I'd like to try to finish this thing.
Step up.
Got one head here, so I will target it, and I'm going to try to chop it off. And I will... Oh, not over there, over here. 2 windows, let's see. So I will attack with my Ghost Blade, and it is, again, I can deal... You said I can still trigger its weakness with magic, right? So I can attack with magic. Okay, where... Okay. I think that's... Oh, click on the wrong thing. All right, presence roll. I am not going to do anything else. I'm not going to add hope. I'm just going to hope I get that. So we got that D20 kicking in.
That's a hit.
Now let's see. The D20 is a 3, but still hits, fortunately.
Yep.
And with hope.
Yep.
So my damage is going to be... Oh, yeah.
Damn.
40
40 points of damage. That is past its severe threshold. It takes 3 damage, up to 7 hit points taken now. You cut off a head, so it's down to 2 heads currently. That's what that little icon was for.
Oh, it has more heads. Okay. Uh-huh. I thought it had 1 head left.
It was down to 1, but regenerated and regrew 2. Yeah.
Oh, that's really annoying. And I can't kill more than 1 head at a time.
1 at a time is all you can kill.
Okay. But
Did you hit?
okay, but I can do my kick as a fawn. I'm going to kick off of it.
Okay.
So because I succeeded an attack against a target. Oh no, that's extra damage. So that won't work.
Yeah, in general,
just hit the same hit.
on your turn, all different sources of damage roll into 1 to compare to the hit point
Yeah, that's annoying.
thresholds.
Yeah, that's really annoying. I will then just simply leap, which I can do as a fawn, into the forest to get away from it and hide myself.
Nice. Let's pause for a second because Will's here. Welcome, Will.
I am so sorry I'm late. I forgot time zones existed.
No worries. No worries. So you should... I'm going to drag your guy onto the map. You should see your guy. I'm going to move you. Let's see. You caught up to the party from the west. So you're just kind of emerging from the trees over here. And you may or may not know your fellow party members, or you may have been following up on the same rumor they were following up on about a thorp that had been destroyed inside this Grunwald forest. And they were traveling to that thorp to see if they could find out if there were any survivors. They were trying to rescue at least one person, a man named Jack. And they run across these forest creatures that are all attacking them, a Hydra, a Treant, and then some sort of demonic entity with a floating copper skull inside its cloaked black hood. The Hydra's got copper teeth, the Treant's got copper veins in its roots and copper acorns. And at the same time you arrive, another crack echoes through the forest, and another treant steps out of the tree line to the south, next to that demonic form. And so, I'll let you observe for a couple more seconds here, Will, just to kind of get a feel for what's going on in the combat. I'm also going to put a hit point tally. This is completely independent of your character sheet, so you'll have to manually kind of update it. What's your maximum hit points? What's your max hit points, Will?
Oh, sorry, I was counting. 9.
9, okay. So you'll see a 0 out of 9 bar on the bottom of your character. Just keep that updated so the party can see where everyone's at. In case anyone needs healing, they'll be able to see that. Okay, so right now, the action is with the players, and Kelly just went. Who's going next?
Well, let me use my restoration here to clear 2 damage from myself and spending a token. And then I'll pass on.
So go ahead and pick a player to pass it to, and then they can always pass it to someone else if they want to go right away.
How about Silver?
Unless someone speaks up and wants to go next.
What are we doing for ranges? Like, how close is the Hydra to the demonic creature down there?
We'll use the ranges in the sidebar for grid, which are different than the ranges in the text, I know. So melee is one square, very close is 3, close is 6, far is 12. Very far is basically anywhere on the map. So 3, 6, 12 for the ranges.
You know what? I will once again attempt to put up a Veil of Night and see if I can do better. And I can do better, much better.
Much better.
So that
with hope.
So what this does is, you create a temporary curtain of darkness between 2 points within far range. It's going to be like this. That's definitely a straight line. It actually doesn't say that it has to be a straight line. So it's between 2 points. They're within far range. So that is exactly what it looks like. So only I can see through the darkness. I'm considered hidden to adversaries on the other side of the veil and have advantage attacks I make through the darkness. The veil remains until you cast another spell, which will be soon. Also, I have a feature called Strange Patterns. Choose a number between 1 and 12. When you roll that number on a duality die, you gain a hope or clear a stress. My number is 9, so I will clear a stress. So I can't change that number until a long rest. And I'm gonna move away from this tree. Does my character know whether op attacks exist? I guess, like, because I don't know the rules well enough. Like, would my character be afraid to move away from a tree like they would be in D&D?
Most of the time, they don't exist.
Okay. Okay.
There are exceptions.
I'm gonna move like over here.
But lucky for you, this wasn't one.
Anyway, that's me. I will see. Hey, you finally caught up. Pass it on to whatever Will's character is.
You want to describe what your character looks like, Will? And just high-level mechanics like class, subclass, ancestry, community.
He is a imagine a.
You cut out there.
He is a. Oh, I'm so sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. He's a robot in a duster with a cowboy hat, and he has a giant metal stretcher, which he's holding like a shield. And a gun, and he's a stalwart guardian, clank of the I want to say Wonderborn. Yes. Okay. I would like to enter, and I see that there's this. I guess there's a big wall that I can't really see through. I believe.
Correct.
So if
you can see through the trees. The battle with the Treant to the north.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to head to, is the battle with the Treant to the north. So, I'll probably go around the trees to go about there. I assume the battle, or how far can I move? I'm so sorry.
You can move up to far, like a dash type of move, by making an agility check.
Oh, great.
DC 12, we'll say, or difficulty 12.
Excellent.
No, make it 10.
And I'm going to
make it 10. So you just make an agility roll, and you want to get a 10 or higher.
Excellent. Oh, I rolled on the wrong thing. Oh, no, it did come over here. Yeah, I got a lot.
There you go.
I rolled with hope.
So you get over there, you have a hope, You can keep going.
Once I get her here, I think now is a good time to now that I can see it clearly, does it look like it's fists? Its wooden fists are covered in the blood of my friends.
Yes, it is pummeling
Okay,
Somera when you arrive.
Oh well, we can't let that happen. So I'm going to go ahead and take a swing with my I've got my the pistol held in the pistol whip position, and I'll take a swing with that. And here, I'll just swing with my shield because it's not pulling up my weapon and everything's going slowly now. There we go. How does oh wow, that's 22-26.
You hit by a mile with fear, so I'll add 1 fear.
Wonderful, and that's going to be a solid 17 points of damage.
Okay, while this thing is rooted in the ground, this Treant's rooted in the ground, it takes half of that, so I think everything rounds up in this game, not down. So I think that's going to be 9, and its threshold is 22, so it took 1.
Yay!
Now it's going to go. It's going to mark a stress and do a seed barrage, and the seed barrage will go after 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you'll be just out of it, Silver. Seed barrage on... What is the robot's name? The Clank's name?
Everybody calls him Medbot or Med.
Medbot, okay.
Yep.
Medbot and Somera both get a seed barrage. And I had to mark a stress for that. I don't know if I did that yet. Ooh. But it's only 4. So the copper-tipped acorns miss both of you. And it marked its stress to do that. And I'll spend a fear to also activate the Hydra. So with that spent fear, the Hydra's got 2 heads. It will regenerate. 1 hit point will go away. And it's up to 4 heads now. And that
rough. So we need to do all or nothing on this thing. We either need to all take it out or ignore it.
That's it for my turn. Next to go is you guys. Whoever wants to go next.
Sean, do a thing.
Hey, you want to go, Sean?
Yeah, I was muted. Very close is 3 squares.
Yeah, 3 squares for very close.
Okay. So if I can move to here, can you see that? I could hit both of these if I can do something with very close range.
Yeah, in theory.
Okay. Then I will move to here. So that should target the Hydra and this Fury guy, right?
The demon guy, okay.
All right, so I will do a whirlwind. Well, I first have to see if
the Hydra's an 18 difficulty. The demon guy is a 17 difficulty.
Okay, so I am going to, as an Orderborn, use one of my recorded sayings, which is when life gives you lemons, kill your enemy with lemons. And since it looks like all of my friends have left because there's a darkness
over there.
I can't see the rogue in the woods. So I'm like, okay, everyone has left me with these 3 creatures, so I'll take care of this. So I am going to use that. So once per rest, I can roll a d20 as my hope die.
So you're rolling 2 d20. You probably won't miss.
I'm rolling 2 d20s. So let me see if this actually does the 120-sider correctly, because I marked that. Where's my longsword? There it is. Boom. Roll. Nope, it did d12s. Okay, I will move over to roll 20 and do the first roll will be hope.
Okay.
That's a 3, of course. Second roll will be fear.
Oh my god.
That's a 2, of course.
Oh no.
I spoke too soon.
So I rolled with hope.
Yeah. You gain a hope. You miss everything wildly, but it looked pretty.
Every single thing. So I've got that going for me.
Okay. Now the action goes to them.
I don't understand, as a tangent here, why when Sean rolls using Demiplane, it doesn't show the numbers for him.
For some reason, the formatting has them over to the right. Like if you drag the bar left, you can see them over there to the right. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Yeah, not quite working right. Okay, so I need to do this, I think.
Weird.
First time attack made in your sight. It's not the first time, but anyway. The demon. Now you can see the demon clearly, Fragma. You see this copper skull just floating inside the hood of the demonic gorilla-like thing. Better description here. Hulking demon with boulder-sized fists, driven by endless rage. It will.
Well, I yelled, "This is what happens when you pour mortal blood on a copper skull." I told you.
Got a countdown going. So the first time an attack is made in his sight, this will be. We'll start it now. Tick down with PCs. Anytime a PC takes a violent action, and then it will trigger and summon more demons.
Oh boy.
It might be this. This might be the only fight we get finished today. This is taking a long time. Let's see. So the countdown. I'll use this half haze symbol with a 6 on it. So that's his countdown. Anytime a PC takes a violent action, it'll tick down. So that's just a reaction. That didn't take his action. They have the ball, so they're going to go ahead. He's going to go ahead and close on you and just smash you with his fists. So he closes right up to melee range. I guess he doesn't have to. He will though. Close right up to melee range. And we'll do fist attack on Frogma. 21 to hit Frogma's evasion. And only 12 direct, but it's direct damage. So your armor cannot reduce this.
Okay.
But still probably only first tier.
It is, yeah, it's only 1.
There you go. So that was that. I'm not going to spend any more fear. Back to you guys.
I have a rules question.
Yeah.
So the Veil of Night gives me advantage on attacks I make against those adversaries. But it sounds like when I'm casting a spell, that's a spell cast roll, not an attack roll.
Right.
So, which is weird because obviously I'm a spellcaster, so
Yeah.
a lot of my stuff would be spells.
But you probably have ranged weapons that you could use.
I do, but it's weird that I can't use my.
It is weird.
So it
Yeah.
doesn't, because a spell is not an attack. Is that right?
I that's what, because of like my chain lightning says you make a spell cast roll, which I don't think is an attack roll.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think you get advantage on it from a creature that can't see you.
So, well, what I'm going to do is closest. Sorry, somebody else can go if they want.
Well, it sounds like we need to get rid of this Demon of Wrath guy.
I think we need to get rid of all of them.
Yeah, but so the Hydra will only work if we all attack the Hydra.
True.
And Demon of Wrath, unfortunately, is very far away. So I'm going to try to kill the Treant. In reverse logic, because we need to kill the demon, I need the rest of my party to stop messing around with this Treant. So I'm going to run up to this Treant. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I can't quite there. Can I leap to get there? Let's see.
Are you moving the right? Oh, no. Andrew, you're moving your character independently.
Yeah, I accidentally moved the thing. I was trying to move it back.
Accidentally.
Accidental movement. God.
I accidentally moved 100 squares away from the enemies.
Look at all these accidental nat 20s I keep rolling.
Yes, exactly.
So
In a game
it's
of-
very interesting with movement and being able to just take multiple actions. Why can't you just move close, move close, move close, move close, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
It's kind of a weird how those rules. I mean, I could interrupt it with fear, but still, it doesn't make any sense. And then if you move more than close, you have to roll a check. I guess you could just move close, 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 and move up to whatever you want. And as long as I don't want to interrupt it, it's a safe way to go. I don't think that's their intent, but the rules are there.
Yeah, that seems unintended.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Anyway,
I'm going to try rolling my agility to get over there.
okay. Call it a 10.
No, so I rolled in the wrong place, but I got a critical success.
Okay.
I was
Sounds
trying-
good.
I was thinking I could. So it's
Accidentally.
Oh, actually, no. Do I still have to do the D20 thing?
Yeah, you have to do the fear thing till the end. So maybe you didn't get a
So
crit.
it probably is not a. Let's see what that is. 16. So I rolled with fear,
Okay.
and I did succeed.
So,
It's no longer a crit then, and so I make it up to it. But then, unfortunately,
but since you rolled
because I
with fear, it's able to react before your attack can come. So it swings its giant tree branch down upon your head as you're closing. Gets a crit. It's probably going to be third tier. What's that? 24 plus 17. So 41? 41 physical.
Okay, so let's see. I have something. Do you have something you can do about that?
I have something I can do about that.
Sure.
You're within very near of me, right?
Yeah,
That's
3 squares.
Very near.
Yeah.
Awesome. I would love to use my Partners in Arms ability. When an ally in very close range takes damage, I can mark an armor slot to reduce the severity by 1 threshold.
Nice. So even though you took 41 damage, you only took 2 hit points. And you can also mark a armor slot if you wanted to.
So I can still reduce it further?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will... So it's how much damage currently?
41, but
41.
3 hit points is all that is. And then armor marks it down
Yeah.
to 2 hit points. Armor, again, would mark it down to 1.
Yeah, I will spend 2 armor and...
Well, you spend 1 armor, and the robot spends 1 medbot.
Okay, awesome. And then I take 1 hit point.
1 hit point. Okay, so that was its action. Because you rolled a fear, I have a couple fears, so I'm going to spend one of those fears and have the Hydra attack Fragma. Mini-headed bite. 20 to hit you, Fragma, for 15 physical damage.
Okay.
And then it's back to you guys. Kellia, back to you.
All right, I will now do the attack. Let's finish the
Sorry,
big
sorry,
tree.
sorry. Quick question. My minor damage threshold is 15.
Okay,
So
so
is that
15
minor?
puts it to major.
Okay, I will spend an armor then.
Okay, go ahead, Kellia.
All right, I'm going to attack this big tree. And gotta click over, not in the demi-plane window. All right, so I will attack with my Ghost Blade. Do we know whether physical or magical has done anything different?
No
against this
difference. Wait. It's resisting physical. You know that.
tree? Okay.
It may or may not
so I
be
will
resisting
make it
magical.
And we got that D20 business. I'll just roll. All right, so far so good.
Low number. Oh, fear.
Oh, God. Well, I do hit. And my damage is going to be 35.
Okay, it does not resist that. That's its major threshold. So it took 3 or 2 hit points damage. It's up to 3 damage now.
Okay, and then, again, more damage won't help me, which is a darn shame. Yeah, I guess that's it. I will help I'll be prepared to help any of my allies who attack it. So I'm glad to spend hope.
Okay, so you rolled a fear. So it's going to go next. I'll have that treat. You rolled a d20 separate, and it was a higher than.
Yeah.
Okay, so the treant will go. It's going to spend it. Oh boy, it doesn't want to spend its last stress. It becomes vulnerable if it does that. So it's not going to spend its last stress. Instead, it'll just smash with another tree limb down on Kellia. Crit again for 41 again.
Okay. Let's see. Do I have anything else that helps with this?
And for your reference, Medbot, I don't think there's any limit to reactions.
I'm not seeing any limit, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my. I'm gonna extend my arm out again with my stretcher attached to it, and have the stretcher take a chunk of that, so you can reduce that damage down again by one tier if you'd like.
I appreciate that. I will spend another armor and reduce it again and take my second hit point. Thank you.
Okay, then I'm going to spend a fear, and I'm going to activate the demon down here attacking Frogma.
Oh no!
Frogma fighting with the demon. And I haven't been counting down the demon's countdown. Okay, I'll watch that in the future. It smashes Frogma with a fist. 11 on evasion.
That misses.
Misses, okay. It will be back to you guys.
And Tom, if I'm correct, well, is that demon's thing only what it can see? So like the veil prevents
It doesn't
from...
say, but that's what I'm going to do.
You have
You
something?
hear screaming, but there's no violent action being taken over here.
Can't see the violence.
Really?
Can't see the violence inherent in the system.
I can now.
I think it does actually, right? The Blood and Souls reaction, first time attack is made within your sight, tick down. No, that's a different ability. I'm so sorry. I'm going to shut up now.
Sean, can you update your hit points? Those are manual. They won't update with your sheet, unfortunately.
I have been trying.
Oh, okay.
I'm going into the little token settings and
Bar 3. Yeah, you want to change bar 3 to 2.
I have. It should say 2 of 9.
Done.
Yeah,
you got it. Okay,
cool.
back to you guys.
I'll take my turn now, unless
Go for
somebody
it.
else wants to go.
Go
Yeah,
for it.
excellent. Medbot pulls back his shield, and then now he's got his gun in the right place, and he's going to pistol whip the crap out of this Treant.
Okay.
Mr. Whipped, let's see here. Roll that. That's going to be a... Ooh, that's not great. That's an 8.
That's a crit.
That's a crit.
It's a crit.
Oh, it's a crit.
Gain of hope.
Cool.
Shed of
Gain of
stress. Auto hit.
Should have stress auto hit. Does that do anything to the damage?
It does
or
max
just auto hit?
damage on the dice. Roll your damage as usual, and add to it the maximum you could roll with all your dice. and no modifiers.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be 24 plus that. So
So yeah, 31 points of damage then? 31 question?
38, I think.
7
You'd
plus...
add 24 to 14.
Oh, sorry, 151. Oh, okay. I wasn't... I'm expecting you to give me the full number, so when I saw the plus 7, I thought my total was just 7. Yeah, 14. So 14 plus 28 is actually 42. No,
It's plus 24. Yeah.
38. Oh my gosh, my brain.
So 48 damage is past the severe threshold, but he is currently rooted, so he's resisting physical damage. I think that's physical damage, so it's going to be down to 24, and that's past his major threshold, so that did 2 hit points damage to him.
Excellent. So take out a big chunk of his take out a big chunk of his knee with a powerful pistol whip.
Okay, and it's still with you. You can keep going or hand off the spotlight to someone else.
I'd like to stay rooted where I am. I guess I'll shift over just a hair. But, and then I will. I'm gonna pass it on. Pass it on.
Pick a name.
I can potentially finish it off.
Oh, Silver. Here we go.
Please do.
Okay, Silver. So I will move over here, and I will cast Chain Lightning, which is not nearly as impressive as it is in D&D, but we'll see. I will add my experience of Wandering Weather Witch, given that this is nature and lightning. I have a thing that's, because I'm a magical adept, when I use an experience, I can mark a stress instead of spending hope. And if you do, you double the experience modifier. So we'll do that. So that'll be plus 6 from experience. And then I will cast Chain Lightning, which will hit the Treant. It will hit everything within close, which will be the Treant and the Hydra. Second. So it's 27 with Fear.
Fear, okay. Got the fear.
So the way that Chain Lightning works is I unleash lightning to all targets within close range. Targets must succeed on a reaction roll with difficulty equal to the result of the spellcast roll. So it's a DC 27 save.
Oh, boy. Does anyone know a page reference for adversaries making reaction rolls? Let's see, adversary running an adventure, probably. Yeah, let's see. Do search for reaction. I don't know what they use. GM, critical success. Because they don't have... Wait, let's see here. You can... Adversary rolls, attack rolls. Here we go. Some PC moves can force an adversary or other NPC to make a reaction roll. When this occurs, roll D20 to determine whether they succeed. If you meet or exceed the roll. If you roll below, because don't have character traits like PC, you can spend a fear to add any of the adversary's relevant experiences as a bonus to their reaction roll. Okay.
I don't think you can make a 27.
No.
So,
what's the damage?
So I will use my Manipulate Magic to spend another stress, bringing the total stress used on this action to 4, to add another die, so it'll be 3d8 plus 4. I can't add another die, so it'll be 11 damage.
11 damage.
It will also bounce.
So it should get the 2 at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 11 will be the minor damage to all of them, so it's plus 1 to him, plus 1 to the Hydra, and the Hydra's gonna... Oh, that doesn't lose head. It's got to be major for losing head. Plus 1 to the demon. Oh, but the Hydra's got magical vulnerability, so it's dazed again, and it's now immune to magic damage, and 1 to the Treant. Got it.
And the veil goes away.
Veil goes away, and it's my turn because you rolled with fear, and so now...
The Medbot cheers and then realizes that the tree is still standing and then stops cheering.
Then we'll have the Hydra go. So the Hydra now is going to bite Frogma with the head missing, probably 7 misses, right?
Correct.
And then I'll spend a fear, and it'll bite Silver with the head. 11 evasion, Silver.
11 would just hit me. Oh, no, sorry. Yes, 11 would just hit me.
Okay, so 18 physical. And then back to you guys, Silver.
I'll use an armor slot to reduce that.
Or anyone else.
Well, let me jump in real quick and use a restoration token and touch my friend Kelia and remove 2 hit points of damage from her, and then I will pass it to my friend Kelia.
Oh my god, you're so nice. I really appreciate that. Out of character. I will try to murderize this treant. It's really bugging me. This is so hard. You should be kindling. Oh my god. Make a nice warm fire. Screw the environment. And I will attack with my ghost blade. Right. And let's re-roll that d20. So that is only a 13. Does that hit?
13 missed. DC 17 on the treant.
Maybe fortunately, we'll see. Out of the woods comes a member of my fan club. And actually, wait. What do I need?
You need a 17.
17. Oh, that might not make it. Say again?
17, 17.
Oh, you're right. I did hit.
You rolled. You have to add 5. So.
Yeah. So I got. I think I'm at 18. So I did hit.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Okay. So I did hit, and it's with hope. So let's make sure I get that hope. So my fan club does not make its presence known yet. They're still lurking in the shadows. And my damage. Let's get the favorite part. Rolling this. This damage is so good. 24.
Oh no, that's a lot still though.
And it's still with a lot of ones.
24. That's major damage, and the tree.
Oh, if it's major, well, do I know if it's going to kill it?
The tree is fallen. You chopped out its leg, and it crashes down to the ground with leaves flying everywhere.
All right, let's go get that demon, and then I'm gonna try to make a move to. Okay, so I can move close with ease, but then I guess anything else after that would require a roll. So I will try to move. And how far is it that I can move? How many squares?
6. And go ahead.
If I want to go longer, I have to make a roll, right?
Right.
So I'll make a agility.
DC
roll.
10 agility.
Okay. Agility. Boop, 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 boop. And the 20-sider, still the same.
Hit it.
So I made it, and with hope, and I will move. All right. Who wants to go?
I'd like to try, unless there's someone else wants to.
Do it.
Excellent. I'm going to try to run across the battlefield to the demon.
Okay, DC 10. DC 10 agility.
Yes. I am going to spend a hope to use my experience. I am here for you, because I'm trying to come to this guy's aid.
Okay.
Would that be all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Okay. I may not need it, but let's find out. Oh, well, I didn't need it, but hey, you know what? That's fine.
You make it.
Yep. All right. So, Medbot comes tearing down the battlefield, Duster waving behind him, and he is going to then bring back his pistol and yell "Pistol Whip" and take a swing at that demon. Yay! That's a big number.
With hope, even better.
Yeah, 21 with hope.
21's a hit.
Excellent. And then that's going to be a nice, solid 14 points of damage.
14 does 1 to him. And you can keep going. We're headed off.
I'm going to, at this point, I will spend, no, we're good. We're good. I'm going to stay right where I am. I'm going to hand it off, is what I mean. Those are the words.
All right. When I see help coming, I will continue to move to here, so I can attack the demon and then get the treant if I actually hit, which has not happened yet. So here we go.
I believe
17 for both of them.
Longsword roll.
I'll spend a hope to give you an extra D6 advantage. I'm calling it right now.
Okay.
Good. Needed it.
Because D6. Let me roll that over here, and then I have to roll the D20.
Yeah, I gotta roll a D20.
So the D6 adds another 4. Roll the D20. Come on, 3.
Oh, that's a hit for sure, just with fear.
So I definitely hit with fear.
Yep.
So I can do the damage. That is, I get to re-roll the 2. So that's a D8. So 15 and 7 and 9, 16 and 15, 31 to the demon.
31 to the demon. Okay, that's major. 2 damage to him.
Then I will spend a hope to whirlwind and whirlwind.
Did you say you just passed gas?
That attack also hits the treant for half the damage. So 9 and what did we say? 16 and 15. So 31. So 32,
16
points of
Okay,
damage.
that's minor to it, so 1 to it.
But that was with fear.
With fear, so now it's on to the creatures. The Treant strides out of the tree line. Let's see. Was he adjacent to you? No. Strides out of the tree line amidst you all. There to there. There we go. Strides out to there. He's going to do, as his action, a Seed Barrage, which uses a stress. 3 targets with giant acorns, so Kelia, Medbot, and Fragma. 12 against your evasions.
That definitely hits me.
If it meets or exceeds your evasion with a 12, then it does 14 physical damage to each of you.
All right.
Fortunately, misses me.
I marked a
And
stress on.
what about you down there, Sean? Does that hit you? Do some damage?
I'm sorry,
to you?
what was the
14
what was
physical,
the number?
The damage number is 14. The evasion to hit is 12.
Yeah, 12 hits me, and 14 is minor damage.
Sweet. I'll step in and mark an armor slot to just make that a nothing.
Cool.
Can I reduce to 0, Tom?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Nice.
I'll spend an armor slot to make sure you take nothing.
Thank you.
Murder Medbot is the best.
Murder Medbot's great.
Yeah.
And just wait till you take a short rest and see him get all those armor slots back.
Oh yeah, it's great.
He's got that feature too. Okay, so the Treant did that. Did the acorns. I still got 2 fear. I'm going to spend one of those 2 fear. Have the Hydra lash out at Murder Medbot with a bite. Oh, but a 5 probably misses your evasion. Rare.
Yeah, I just throw up the stretcher.
A rare miss.
And,
they are
fix the
all
stretcher, not
done.
me.
Back to the players.
I feel like, Andrew, you should do something.
Sure. I'll come up over here. I'll do a standard attack. Just regular old attack with my short staff, which does magical damage. So I will target the Treant, because they don't like magical damage, if I remember correctly. Well, I guess when rooted. But anyway, I will target it anyway. I'm just trying to think. I have some hope. I will use a hope to use fuck around and find out, I guess, to add something to the number here.
I feel like Keela should have, or Kelia should have, like, FOMO as one of her experiences.
So that is 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
On the thing. I will use manipulate magic to hit an additional target within range, which I'll make the other dude.
Demon.
Now, it just says after you make an attack that deals damage, hit an additional target. It doesn't say that you have to roll.
Interesting. Well, that attack would have hit him either way, so you're good.
Okay. So we'll do that. Damage.
There's a lot of little things like that in the rules that are like, what is the intent?
So it'll be 8, 10, 17.
17 damage to everything? Okay, that is minor for the Treant. It is magical damage to the demon. 17 is also minor to it, plus 1 more to it.
Okay. And then part of this, I will use my second wind ability. Once per rest, when you succeed on an attack, I can clear 3 stress, which I will do.
Okay.
Or on the successful hope, you also clear 3 stress or a hit point on an ally within close range. Does anybody need to clear a hit point? Because this was a success with hope.
I could use a hit point.
Go for it. You're within close range of me, right?
I am,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, take that. Sweet. So I can only use that once
Nice.
per rest. And that was with hope. So one of the things is I have a terrible memory. So I'm trying to be a good player and let everybody go, but I have no freaking recollection who's gone when.
Sorry. David, do you want to do something? Otherwise, I'm going to murderize the demon.
Go murderize the demon, but I'm going to move up close before you do it. There you go.
Ghost Blade. Ba, 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 ba. That's looking a little weak. Let's see what that. Oh, 20 on the fear. So it's definitely with fear.
Definitely a hit.
It's a hit. Let's roll that sweet damage. 4d10 plus 11, which is 24. And I noticed just only now that I have forgotten on every single attack. If you thought my damage was high and absurdly high for the rules of the game, I'm actually supposed to be adding my sneak attack. So it should be another 3d6 on top of that. So in this case, 5. So it's 29. If that's not severe.
Plus,
I'll
you
bump it
can
up.
jump off of it as a fawn, right?
Exactly. So if that's not a severe, I will kick.
I don't know if you know beforehand, but it's not severe yet.
Okay. Then I will do my Caprine Leap as my fondness. I'm fond for it. And that's going to be another 10 on top of that.
All right. Well, you definitely that finishes it. So the demon everything cape wise and club fist wise falls to the ground, including the copper skull, which falls to the ground amidst the demon. So it's lying there in the
Pour
remains
blood on it.
where the demon was. You rolled with fear, so now I'm gonna have the Hydra go. It bites out at Solmera, giant bronze or copper mod bite. 10 hit you, Solmera?
It does.
18 physical. And I'll spend
Okay. I'm going to reach out my shield again and take a little bit of that blow, so he can reduce it by 1, because he's within very
Correct.
close range to me, right?
Correct. And when I have it,
Excellent.
spend a fear, have the Hydra go again, it lashes out at silver, then bite 21 silver for 25 physical damage.
He is not within very close range. You're on your own, Silver.
Did you get that, Andrew?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, so that is 25.
Is that close
So-
to a threshold for you?
It is, my minor threshold is 23.
All right, I'm going to use a prayer to reduce it to 23.
You need to get to 22.
And then I will use...
You need to get down to
Oh.
22 for it to matter.
Okay, no problem. It's a different prayer dice.
Different prayer.
I can do that.
And I will then use an armor slot to reduce it to nothing.
All right. And then I'm going to spend one more fear, the last fear, down to 0 fear. That copper skull levitates up into the air and darts south through the forest and out of sight. You saw it go basically this direction, Murderbot. I'll ping for you. It went that direction out of sight. Okay, so I'm done. Back to you guys. Oh, and one thing you observe right away is while the Hydra is still berserk and lashing out and biting and trying to kill everything, the Treant like suddenly relents slightly, looks around at you all, fighting it and fighting the Hydra, looks at the wounds on it. So it's like it's confused and it seems like it's resolving itself to fight you. But there may be some opportunity there with some sort of a presence type roll to get it to stop. And you can
All right,
actually
well, I'd
see
like to-
the copper fading on the acorns as well, on the Treant.
I'd
I'd definitely like to jump in.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I have my listen up experience, which I have hopefully add to my presence roll, and I think I've got a Seraph thing going on here too.
So this might be an opportunity where other people could throw in experiences by spending hope, could throw in advantage by spending hope, etc. You have to figure all that out before you roll your check, and the difficulty you're looking for on the Treant is a 17. So you know you're going to need to get up to a 17 when you make this check.
Okay, well, I'll also use my Dread Visage Infernus ability to give myself advantage on the roll. And if there's something else that can help me, I'm going to say,
That
Get
may
away!
that may not help convince the Treant not to fight you.
oh, okay, so I don't want to intimidate him.
You don't know that intimidation would help you. Then you can try it.
friendly.
You can try it.
Okay, I will try and be friendly.
Okay.
But I'll assume that I'm reading the room right.
I will spend a hope to give you my experience of nature's friend.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that seems right on the money.
Yeah, I'll spend a
It's only
hope.
+2.
I'll spend a hope because you know me, and so it's possible that you could get the Treant an invitation to the party, and everybody wants to be seduced by me. So
I'm sorry.
Plus 3 to you.
I think I'm wrong about how the hope. It doesn't trigger experiences that you can give to an ally. The ally can trigger their own experiences. You can use a hope to give the ally advantage, which gives them a d6 roll to add to the check. So if Silver, you still want to do the hope, you can give them advantage if you want to do that. And then you can multiply advantages. So Kelly, you could still spend a hope and also give advantage. And the way it'd work is you'd roll as many advantage dice as you have and take the highest.
take the highest.
Yeah.
Okay.
But David already rolled, so he made it on the roll. So there we go. Oh, you already were adding a bunch of pluses, weren't you, David?
Well, I was adding in the
Okay.
+2, so as long as that, I guess I get a 16.
So that's not quite going to make it.
So you do
17
need
is
that
what you need.
that advantage that Silver wanted to give you.
I'm going to spend 2 hope to use my ability Support Tank, which says when an ally within close fails a roll, I can spend 2 hope to allow them to either re-roll their hope or fear die.
Nice. Oh, and
sorry.
before David, did you roll a d20 fear die?
I thought the demon was gone. So I
Oh,
didn't
he
have to do
is
that.
gone. Yeah, so yeah, I guess we should say that doesn't continue. Okay, so we're going to do
So
a
I'll
reroll.
re-roll my hope.
Yeah, or fear. You'd reroll a die. You get to pick.
I
one.
re-roll
I'm-
the fear personally, but
You think I should re-roll the fear? Yeah, I guess numerically that makes more sense. So re-rolling the fear, and there we
Ooh.
go.
yeah.
Made it. So, even though your first pleading fell on deaf ears, you doubled up. The Treant began to listen, but you're distracted with that, allowing the Hydra to step in and strike at you from behind. So a bite on Solmera is a critical for
Oh, no.
37 physical. Solmera.
I'm gonna butt in here for a second, and I'm gonna make sure that damage gets reduced down one tier.
Okay, thanks.
And then I will spend that fear that I just got. Spend it, not add it. And strike out at Medbot with a bite.
Oh no.
14 for 17 physical Medbot.
And that is 1 hit point of damage. But I'm gonna go ahead and spend an armor slot to avoid that one.
And now it's back to you guys. The Treant seems to be relenting, not attacking.
I'm gonna run to the
I could-
Hydra.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna run to
Either
the
one
Hydra.
of us, it's fine.
Barrel in. Barrel in with a good old pistol whip. Classic pistol whip. That is a 17.
That is a hit.
Excellent.
Oh,
That's
I'm
gonna
sorry.
be
No,
a nice...
18 is what you need on the Hydra. Sorry.
Are you? How dare you?
Okay. So that's a fail. So it's back to their turn. The Hydra's going to strike out at you with a bite. 13 for 19 physical. Back to your guys' turn.
That's
I
striking
will
at me.
charge.
That was at you, yeah, Medbot. 13 to
Excellent.
hit, 19 physical.
I'll take another armor slot to reduce that down.
Fragma charging.
Yep. If I can roll, no more.
No more
extra-
D20. Nope. D20 is
no more
gone.
D20.
And I don't know if you guys were watching, but you killed that demon one tick down from him summoning more demons. So
Yeah.
that was a good move.
I got an 18 with hope.
18
finally.
hit with hope. Nice.
And I finally get to use my warrior feature or slayer feature where if I attack with hope, I get to add a slayer die, which I can spend to make an attack roll or damage roll. And so in my damage roll, I will add that slayer die, which is an extra d6. So
I'm more of a Metallica or die kind of guy, but
Yeah. Damage.
I wonder if he hits the AC/DC.
oh, he's gonna get Megadeth.
All right, so I will re-roll that 2 and then roll an extra d6. 6 and re-roll the 2. Well, that's worse. Doesn't say you can only re-roll it once, but I'm not going to sit here forever. So 15, 16, 18, 27, 28, 31.
31, doing major damage to the thing, chopping off another head off the Hydra. Oops. There we go. Almost killing it. Down to 3 heads. And you rolled with hope, right? So it's still with you guys.
I can throw an attack at it. What's its status? Is it immune to magic at the moment?
It took damage from Fragma. I don't think so. Not immune to magic.
Okay, cool, because magic's what I do. I will attack it with magical things. Which will be my staff, which will be this. I am not going to use any bonuses, just gonna... Well, no, this was high thing, 19, right?
DC 18.
DC 18. I will use a hope to add, fuck around and find out. So, 1, 2.
With rolling 2 dice, the odds really go down when those DCs get high like that.
Well, it's with
That's
fear,
good.
but it's 20, so it'll hit.
You got it.
It'll do this much damage, and I will use my ability Channel Raw Power. Once per rest, you can place a domain card from your loadout into your vault and choose to add damage, gaining bonus to twice the level of the card. So the card that I'm going to put into my vault is Second Wind, which I've already used. So that'll be an extra +6.
Ooh.
So it'll be 25.
25. Another one bites the dust. Down goes the Hydra. How do you kill it, Silver?
I point my my short staff at it and kind of close my eyes and just draw magic from all around to channel it into this thing until it falls over.
Okay. You stand amidst the gory remains of Hydra, the cut-up remains of Treant, another Treant there looking dazed. The demons basically burning remains minus the copper skull. And you saw the copper skull fly away to the south, that direction. The Thorpe you're looking for, where the Thorpe that had been attacked, is Tanglebrush, and it's actually to the east from where you're at, so that direction. You guys can discuss amongst yourselves or do resting or whatever you want to do.
Wow, that was great. Sorry I'm late, everyone.
You came just in time.
Apparently. Does anybody need to be carried? And I'll lay down my shield in stretcher position.
I immediately look at Kalia because I assume she wants to be carried whether she needs to be or not.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little tired, you know?
Well, I am here for you, and I'll just point to the stretcher.
Lovely, yeah. I'll hop on the stretcher because, I mean, you know, free ride is yeah, it's great.
You did a great job in that fight. I was very impressed by your jumping abilities.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, you know, we're big fans back where I'm from.
I'm trying to use my. I was to say I'm using my Soldier's Bond ability, which allows me to give three hope to me and to Kelia.
Ooh, lovely. That's fantastic. I'm now hoped up and ready to go. So I'm a little worried about that skull that flew away. Anyone have a way to track that?
We could walk the path.
That does seem to be a logical way to go. I bet it's headed for where the copper skulls are buried.
That makes a lot of sense.
Also, the demons seem to be quite large. My guess is it would have left some sort of trail in its wake. Broken trees, branches, bodies, things of the sort.
I was just going to listen for the screaming.
That also works.
Well, let's follow it then.
Yeah.
Do we need to rest?
Game-wise, again, what does resting do?
So you get to choose your menu of options of what we get back.
So Tom having the Treant just wander away is making me so happy.
During a short rest, you get to pick two things that you can do. You can tend wounds to get D4 hit points cleared plus your tier. You can clear stress to get D4 stress plus your tier, cleared your tier 3 now, so D4 plus 3 for each of those two. You can repair armor to clear D4 plus 3 armor slots. You can prepare for the fight ahead. You describe how you prepare for the path ahead, then gain a hope. If you choose to prepare with one or more members of your party, you each gain 2 hope. So if at least 2 of you are just preparing, you'll get, or if at least 2 of you are doing at least preparing, you'll each get 2 hope. So a bunch of choices.
Why don't we rest just to see how it works?
Right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so you choose 2 of those?
Yeah.
And we can also swap domain cards. So if you've spent a thing that is like, although also our domain cards will come back that we're on a rest. If you have anything that's on a daily, you could swap it out.
Yes,
To
I will
vault.
swap in my second wind, which I'd used.
And that counts as, each card counts as one thing?
So you since it's during a rest, you get a free swap. So your card will say like my troublemaker was once per rest, but now that we're rested, I get it back.
Gotcha.
Yep, and
And
since
Yeah, I was gonna say if you were in combat, your swapping would cost you the stress that's in the top right, the little lightning bolt thing. But at a rest, you don't have to pay for it, so you can just swap whatever you want. So you have a max of 5 cards, not counting your base cards.
during a short rest, I have the delightful ability as a clank to choose a long rest thing rather than 2 short rests. I can choose 1 long rest and 1 short rest. So one of the things I'm going to be doing during my long rest is I'm going to be clearing all of my armor slots. And then which because I have the armor ability, everybody, every ally also gets to clear 1 free armor slot.
Nice. I will do stress for one of mine. So it's a D4 of stress.
D4 plus 3.
Oh, D4 plus 3. I only have 4 stress, so that'll clear all.
Yeah.
Don't need.
And then for my second one, I will be preparing.
For my second one, I will also be preparing, and because I am part elf, I have a celestial trance. So during the rest, I can choose an additional downtime move. So for that, so I'm already getting. Can you prepare twice?
No.
So I have an extra move, so if anybody needs me to like fix their armor or give them a massage or, help you heal, I could do that for you.
Somebody remind me how the armor repair move works.
D4 plus 3.
Oh, so that's a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It actually, now that I look at it, that doesn't come across well. It actually does say you can do the same move twice. So in theory, if anyone prepares twice, if at least 2 people prepare once, every person that prepares gets 2 hope. If anyone prepares twice, they would get 3. And if 2 people prepare twice, they would get 4.
I'm
I
full
will
on hope.
prepare once.
And I
Clear
get,
hit
as the
points.
GM, D4 fear. All that.
That's actually also nice because that the GM gets fear, so there is some sort of balancing to the party taking rest.
Right.
I like that a lot.
And if you take a rest, and you can only have like 6 hope, so you'll quickly max out your hope. You won't want to keep resting when you're all near your max hope.
Yeah. So for my second one, I'll clear an HP. And that leaves me 1 armor slot. Although the massage also sounds nice. It's like, I don't know, fix the armor or get a massage. Those are like,
My
Remove some
armor ability
stress.
lets me help somebody automatically repair 1 slot of armor. So if you just need 1, take that as your.
Oh my gosh, Silver.
I just need
you look
1.
so stressed.
I was, but I'm feeling a lot better now.
I did take nimble fingers as an experience,
Oh no.
just for the double entendre.
Yes, they are. Yeah, I'm fully good now.
Cool. Is anybody not fully good at the end of this?
I'm still missing 1 hit point, but I'm not wildly concerned by that. I marked 1 hit point, but I'm not super
Famous
concerned.
last words.
While you guys are resting, the Treant is over there kind of at first looking like they were trying to reassemble the other Treant, and then kind of dejectedly gave up and started to dig a hole in the clearing. Every now and then furtively glancing over toward the party, as if not trusting you. You can see that the copper hasn't gone away completely. There's still a little bit. So you might not trust that Treant a whole lot yourselves, but he doesn't give you any trouble while you rest.
I don't have a problem with people made of copper for personal reasons, so I'm going to wave at it when it looks over at us and go, "Hello, fellow fleshless."
He does not engage you in conversation. He glares at
That was
you.
fun.
Go ahead.
Nope, I had nothing.
I will give it a sideways glance as I continue poking the fire with.
I'm going to go over there and help it dig. I'm not good at digging, but I will help.
It begrudgingly gives you space to help and warms up a little bit.
Because of the fire.
Not because of the fire.
I definitely walked away because of the fire.
I'll join in the digging as well.
Okay. It definitely seems to be easing its tension a little.
I use my fawn's legs to kick out, dirt.
I'll use my shield to start hauling some of the dirt into a big pile.
So you guys make quick work of digging a big hole, especially the Treant taking huge chunks of the ground out. And the Treant rises up after the hole's been dug and walks over to the other and rolls it into the hole. You can see some sap coming out from its eyes as it looks down upon its friend. It shakes its head and then it says a little Treant prayer and begins to bury his friend in the ground.
He was a good tree, Ant. Medbot's just going to start offering words.
Nice.
What an unfortunate situation. Copper is the least of metals. May his afterlife be ever platinum.
Friend Treant, what has happened to this forest? It seems like it's been corrupted by this demon thing and these skulls. We'd like to help.
There's some sort of corruption in the forest. You can see flecks of it here and there if you look closely. Coppery flecks in the air. They poison the trees and the ground. You spoke of a demon. I did not see any demon.
Well, I think when it died, it released you from. It had controlled you and your friend. I think that when it died, that's when you may have begun seeing things around you, unless you did not see it.
This is
You didn't see
bad.
the skull fly away?
I did not see any skull, but if you go in this direction and
the
it points out to the south,
Yeah.
basically the same direction the skull flew away, the corruption gets worse. I can't go any closer that direction. And if the corruption gets too much worse, I'll have to flee these woods.
Are there more of you to the south?
No. No, I have no other friends in the forest now. We were the last.
Oh, that's
Sure, you
dark.
have friends. Look at us.
It nods, shakes its, giant head up and down slowly. You are my friends now.
I make it a little friendship a bracelet out of flowers or something.
Yeah.
Could we not plant the acorns and see if they...
Just 100 years or so, you'll have a brand new friend.
Exactly.
We better not now, but if you can find a way to stop the corruption, maybe. I'm afraid my acorns still have, and my friend's acorns still have some copper in them.
What's another few hours? Medbot shrugs.
Exactly. All right.
Oh, the
Yeah.
implication there is we should have this wrapped up by the end of the day, and then I'll put my hand out as if to shake his branch.
He shakes your hand.
Excellent. I believe that is what the humans do. None of you are human, are you? Okay, great.
I'm somewhat human.
Let's. Andrew, come on.
Did you do a mixed ancestry too?
I did.
Human and elf? Cool.
Yeah, human elf.
Very cool.
Well,
Health.
there is a natural lull in the conversation. Perhaps we should go down a different aisle?
Yes, let us be gone.
Are we going to the town or to the corruption?
Oh, to the corruption.
Excellent.
Okay. You set off out of the clearing, and just as the Treant said, as you watch carefully, the flecks of copper get more and more. You travel, as you knew, it was a couple hours before sunset. You rested, so you maybe have about an hour before the sun fully sets and it gets completely dark in these woods. But in that hour of travel to the south, the copper gets more and more. And finally, you come to view a structure ahead. Let me move you guys.
Look, a structure.
And this is what the structure looks like.
Oh, that's cool.
So ahead you can see stones have erupted up out of the ground. They've got these copper veins and they've got writing on them that looks... you can't make it out from here, but certainly nothing you're familiar with. Maybe something arcane, something extraplanar. And there is a shell of a tower or a keep. These standing stones have erupted up around. And in the midst of that tower or keep is a ball that's just floating in the air and kind of spinning around. The copper flakes in the air are worse and worse as you get closer and closer to this thing. You're still some distance away. I have you closer on the map than you actually are to it. You can see it from, clear, even past the edge of the map a little bit. You can see this thing in the distance to the south. So, what do you want to do?
Medbot's going to turn a dial down on his neck, and his voice just gets quieter. And he'll say,
That's awesome.
Should we do some reconnaissance?
That could be good. I also don't want to be breathing this stuff in, so I'm going to put some of my clothing around my mouth and nose to kind of make a veil and
Okay.
try to filter out the junk.
That definitely seems to help. And as a matter of fact, you guys were starting to taste a coppery taste, almost like blood a little bit. So that's going to help you think. It's going to get worse as you get closer to it.
I don't know clank physiology, but could I just simply stop breathing?
Yeah, you can do a similar thing. You turn to the internal filter, internal airflow,
Excellent.
instead of taking external.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I could scout if people want.
Do
Yes.
it.
Yep.
All right. I feel not messing this up, so I'm going to. And also, if somebody else is particularly finesse, I'm +3, but I could also make somebody else invisible. If somebody prefers that. I may be the more finessey person.
I'll come with you.
Okay. Well, I can't do 2 people, but I can make one person invisible.
I'm not the most sneaky, but I can
Yeah.
hit things with a sword if I need to.
I will stay behind. I am what some people call very obvious.
I'll say you guys stay behind. I'll just cast invisibility on myself, which is a spellcast roll. Yeah.
I am not super finesse, but I have arcane sense, which lets me sense the presence of magical people and objects within close range, which may come in handy here or not.
Up to you guys. I could make you invisible, and then you go up there. You want to do that?
Well, why don't we both go? We don't need to
I
be
can't
like-
make both of us. Okay, I can go with you and try hiding. I just won't be invisible. I can only make one person invisible.
Why don't you go ahead and do it?
Okay. I will cast. I feel like I don't want to start with.
So you gain, let's see, I gain the fear, but nothing's happening still. So something's cutting out on you, Teos.
I thought it was just me.
Medbot, what have you done to Kelia?
Wrong knob, and then I'll turn the right knob so that way we can hear Kalia.
Do you all hear me now?
Yeah, now we hear you.
Okay.
It worked.
I will.
Too loud.
I will. So a member of my fan club comes out of the forest and starts just giving me all these accolades, which make me feel so much better. This is my syndicate specialization feature, and gives me a +3 bonus to the result of my hope die. So that will prevent the fear from being generated.
Oh, okay, nice.
And I cannot use that anymore. Okay, so and then I tell them to go away. That they could die. So now I'm invisible, and I will kind of go around in a circle. You know, I'll kind of go around the periphery looking for interesting things, and if I see something interesting, then I'll draw closer. But
Okay.
First, I'm not going to go straight towards. I'll circumnavigate.
There are a couple of basically ground level entries into the interior of the keep. You can't really tell what's inside there. The ball's hovering above the center of it. You have pillars all around it. Then the ground falls off to the west over this direction. And looking down there, I'm going to move this other way here. Looking down there, you can see mine tailings down here. And lots of copper in those mine tailings as far as you can tell. And there's even a cave mouth down there that goes into the side of the mountain. And while you're reconnoitering, you spy some ghostly miners. They're like partially incorporeal. And they come and they make the motion as if they're throwing mine tailings out, but nothing moves. Nothing on the ground moves when they do that motion. And you see more of them down lower where there are, you suppose, maybe boarded up or blocked up entrances into more mines, but they go into them. Just right into the rock wall on the face over here. So that's over there. All the way around to the north and to the east and the south is pretty consistently the same. Just wilderness, lots of overgrowth. The rocks coming up out of the ground are mostly just isolated around the keep itself. If you get within basically the distance of the edge of the map to that keep, the copper is pretty thick, and getting, just that close, you could feel like it was going to be dangerous. You can't tell what's inside the keep. You notice there's like a little extension off of it to the north, but you couldn't tell what was in that extension without getting pretty close. So that's what you find from reconnoitering. And this is a good time to take a break. So let's take a break, real life, until, let's do 13 minutes. That'd be 35 after. Welcome back, everyone. Okay,
Hello.
so Kelia, you returned to your group, having seen the ghostly miners and the cliff face below, and all the approaches to the keep looking roughly the same. Some part of the keep you couldn't quite see into, so you're not sure what it might hide. The coppery miasma gets worse and worse the closer you get to the epicenter, which appears to be the keep. So as soon as you're basically effectively on this map, it might cause some harm.
But there's no visible way down once you get into the keep. There's just that sphere.
Kelly could
above
not
the top.
see what was in the keep itself completely. So there may be a
Were
way
there
down.
entrances to it?
There were two openings, basically, one over here and one over here.
Okay. And then there's the way where all the miners are.
Yeah, ghostly miners all along the cliff face. At least one real cave mouth with mine tailings there, and other phantom cave mouths of those like of maybe old closed down mines.
What do y'all think? Which way should we go?
I will admit, I
maybe-
find the tower intriguing.
I mean, I try to stay clear of miners.
Let's go to the entrance on the right of the on the east of the tower.
All right. If you want to do that, put you guys like on the edge of the map, because that's when the copper starts to get bad, and then from there we'll go into a tracking of how bad that copper gets from there.
Do we think that we'd be spared some of this copper effect if we go in with the ghostly miners?
It will for sure extend there as well, as far as you can tell.
Okay.
So, I know Kelia did something to help with the breathing.
Yep.
Like, are there precautions that the rest of us can take?
Kelly
Similarly
is like
to-
covering her nose and mouth. That seems to be helping.
Yeah, so can the rest of us do that
You
as
can
well?
do anything you want, yeah.
Yeah, I will try to rig something to mask.
Murderbot's on internal air supply right now.
Yep, same. Put a mask on.
Whoa,
Medbot.
whoa, Medbot.
Medbot, sorry.
My
Medbot.
brother's murder bot.
I show everybody the cool way that all the cool kids are folding their bandanas around their mouths. No, not like this. See, it's so cool this way.
I
All
bought
right.
it, and now I'm wearing a bandana as a head thing. No.
So as you approach, the choking miasma of copper gets to be a bit worse a little bit. So now your movement's going to be, person by person. And every time we take a turn, I'm going to be counting down the effect of that copper. So you can only move 30 feet. You can move up to 60 feet if you make an agility roll. The agility roll is a little bit more difficult here because there's various vines and other hanging vegetation that seems to almost block your way. So it's a difficulty of 16 to make that check, or else you might generate a fear if you try to move up to 60 feet. So, who would like to set off the action?
I'll go first. I will attempt to move the full with the agility check.
Okay, 16 on the agility check.
Okay. I will just make the check. Here we go.
I believe in you.
Roll. Of course. I don't think I've rolled higher than a 6 with on 2D. Anyway, that is an 8 with hope.
Let me double check. Let me grab the countdown rules here. Be kind of interesting to see how these things work. Running an adventure, countdowns. Here we go. Okay, so you're trying to make progress basically, and if you failed with hope, failure with hope is going to tick down the progress clock by 2. So 6 is going to become 4 after your turn. You're able to move only 30 feet, so move 30 feet to where you want to go to. And it was with hope, so you don't generate any fear. But I'm going to spend a fear to spotlight that orb that's in the middle of the keep. The orb that's been spinning around, suddenly a coppery beam of light emits from it. And I'll put it on the map here. And it moves a little bit out of the center area of the keep. The coppery beam of light is pointing toward the ground and kind of tracking toward you, Frogma. Like it's zeroing in on where you're at. And this thing has a power called, not necessarily a power, but it's slow. And so slow creatures, when you highlight them, they basically just start doing something, and they won't get to do it until I actually highlight them again. And since he's not a solo, I can't highlight him twice on one GM move. So I spent the fear to have that start happening as you start approaching. And now back to you guys. Who wants to go next?
Does this thing have a visible eye, or can I tell whether it's trying to locate by sight or by some other sense?
No visible eyes, just a single beam that's zeroing in toward Frogma.
Are you thinking of your veil of night?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, that could be good. I mean, it
But
does
you know what?
say only you can see through this darkness.
But you know what? We'll do something else. I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the regular distance. And I will create a minor illusion. I will paste the text.
Oh, an illusion of a minor.
So I'll do the spellcast roll and then we'll see, because I'm not adding anything to it. Well,
Describe the child you create.
so I succeed with fear, and I will create a visual illusion hereish. Was close range, yeah, so hereish. Of a, I don't know, some kind of large forest animal. Let's make it a
Okay. What do you say for animal?
wolf.
Wolf, okay.
And it says the illusion is convincing to anyone at close range or farther.
And then since you rolled with fear, I'll go next. You see a wolf coming out of the tree line there as Silver's doing the illusion, but then suddenly, not just the wolf, but another creature comes out of the tree line, and then another, and then another. And a whole herd of warped elk with antlers made of copper come charging through the tree line from your guys' east to your guys' west, trampling over you guys as they do. All targets, all of you will have to make an agility reaction roll. The difficulty on this is 16 on the reaction roll, and the damage is going to be either 29 or half of that as these animals trample over you.
What was the ability?
16 agility, yeah.
Agility. Okay.
Does it help me that I'm invisible?
Oh no.
It doesn't, because they're actually trying to somewhat avoid the visible creatures.
I got an 18 with hope.
Since this is a reaction roll, no hope will be generated and no
Okay.
fear generated.
Okay.
So
I got an 18.
yeah, so that's a success. You take half of that damage. Damage rounds up, so 29 becomes 15.
I'm going to mark an armor slot for myself to turn that into a minor. Actually, I'm going to mark 2 armor slots to just take no damage from that.
Yeah, I will mark an armor to take just 1.
Mark an armor to take no damage since I have it.
Oh yeah, no one's within close range of me. Or very close. Well, alright.
I'll mark an armor to take only 1 damage as well.
All right. And then I'm going to use a fear to have the turret. It beam finally lines up on Frogma, and it fires out Magitech Cannon, a 12, Frogma, to hit you for
Is
16
exactly
magic.
What you need. 16?
Yeah, 16.
I will mark another armor.
Okay. And then it's back on you guys. Oh, I'm sorry, Silver. You rolled a success with fear. And so on the countdown,
No,
success with fear takes down 1.
that agility roll was the reaction roll.
I know, back with your minor illusion.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was going back to.
I got you.
Okay, back on you guys.
Here's a question. How high is this thing floating above the ground?
You think you could reach it if you're trying to reach it with an attack?
Yeah, I'm going to try to run across the battlefield.
Okay, you can move up to twice your speed. Difficulty is a 16. You can move up to 60 feet. Difficulty is a 16 agility.
Excellent. Well, I definitely did not get that.
Okay, so you get 30 feet, and then since you failed, I'll go next.
So, yeah, running forward. Oh, no.
The turret starts lining up its next target. You see the beam moving toward Medbot, and it is back to you guys.
I will move forward and I will leap so I don't have to worry about anything in the way. 2, 3, 4. All right, 1, 2, 1 more. So I leap into there and stay hidden. And what I will do, rather than trying to move further, is I'm going to try. I have Veil of Night as well. So I will do a wall. Let's see, where is my... Let's see. I'll try to do something kind of like... Let's see, am I drawing? No, not drawing. Let's see. Something like that, to at least get us close if we're going to use the exit that's to the right. So hopefully this prevents anybody from being able to see through it. So I'm hoping that will that darkness will prevent it from being able to attack us. We'll see.
Do you need to make a roll for that spell?
Oh, details. All right, let's do that. Do I have anything I want to add to this? I will spend. Ooh, I don't know that I have something that really applies.
I forgot to count down for Medbot's failure with hope. It counts it down to 1.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything that I can add to this to help, so I will just roll. That is not enough.
Welcome to my world.
I'm gonna use
Yeah.
support tank. I'm gonna spend 2 hope to allow him to re-roll that hope dice.
Okay.
I love it.
Might
Wait,
not have-
I'm sorry. No, it's close range. Okay, I can do that. Okay. So re-roll that hope dice.
So I'll take off the fear that I just added.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's a win.
That's a win with hope.
Momentarily, I had to feel like Sean. That was terrible. Whew.
So success with hope has no tick down on the counter.
Yay! All right. Awesome. So then, so that veil is there in place, and I stand prepared to help whoever wants to go next. If they want to try to move quickly or whatever, I'm glad to give you.
Now I'm going to spend a fear, so down to 2 fear, and grasping vines, animate vines bristling with thorns, coppery thorns, whip out from the underbrush to ensnare you. A target must succeed on agility reaction roll or become restrained and vulnerable until they break free, clearing both conditions with a successful finesse or strength roll, or by dealing 10 damage to the vines. When the target makes a roll to escape, they take some physical damage and lose a hope. So these vines are going to lash out around Medbot.
Yeah.
So Medbot, you have
Does it matter this veil of darkness or veil of night?
No, that doesn't matter.
Okay.
Agility reaction roll 16. Medbot.
Oh, my specialty. There we go, and boom, and I got a nope.
Okay, so you're tangled up, you're vulnerable, and you're restrained until you break free. Breaking free will take a finesse or strength roll of a 16 again, or dealing 10 damage to the vines. The vines to hit is a 16 on their evasion.
Excellent.
And when you do break free, you'll lose a hope and you'll take some damage. So that happened.
I will try to cut the vines.
Back to you guys. Frogby, you want to go and cut the line?
Yeah, let me try.
Evasion
that.
16.
Well, if I'm cutting it with a sword, does it just do damage?
No, you still have to do the evasion check. You have to roll to hit, basically. 16.
Right. Come on. Roll. Holy. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
Hey, Sean, we should figure out how to master dungeons.
Well,
Can I
we need to be in
do?
the dungeon first.
You want to do your thing?
I can't see his rolls, but can I? I assume one of them was really low.
The hope that was
they
a
were both
1.
really low. I got a 1 on the hope and a 3
Let's
on
go
the
ahead
fear.
and support tank that up again. I'll spend 2 more hope, and then that's going to allow you to re-roll that hope dice.
Nice.
Okay, so let me just roll the whole attack, remembering the 3 fear. Roll 12 with hope.
Oh, you made it.
Yay!
3 with
Okay, so
fear,
that's a hit on the vines. And go to roll your damage. All you have to do is 10 or more.
I can't do less than.
Can't do less. Okay, so the vines are broken. You did not make a roll to escape, so you don't take any damage. You don't lose a hope.
Now,
And
because that changed his roll from a roll with fear to a roll with hope, right?
correct, so you gain a hope on that.
Yep, got it.
And I did not gain a fear. That's
Good
one
work. Thank
lesson
you.
learned as a DM. Don't click that fear up until you're sure all the rerolls have been done.
Thank you for helping me help you.
Thank you for helping me help you help me.
And it's still with you guys.
Oh my god.
Who wants to go next?
Has Dave had a chance to go?
No?
Well, I do want to move up, but actually I'll try an agility roll.
Agility roll. Okay, you're flying, right?
Yeah,
Okay, we'll give you advantage on that. Agility roll.
that's all I need, right?
You need a 16, so you got to roll 4 or higher on your advantage die.
Oh, okay. Ugh.
So move back to 30 feet, and since you failed, I'll go next. The orb floats out through the darkness. You can kind of see it emerge first, just a little round circle, and then the whole thing, and then it is on you guys. The targeting beam finishes onto Medbot, and it fires. 21
Oh, no.
Medbot, 21 magic.
Excellent. I will take. I would take 1 damage, or 1 hit point, but I'm going to go and mark another armor slot.
Okay, and then we will spend an action Oh, no action. Yeah, back to you guys.
So it
run
moves.
forward.
Maybe we should just attack it.
I'm going to run forward and do that.
do it.
Medbot's going to just charge forward and leap through the air with a valiant pistol whip, getting a 16.
The difficulty for this bad boy is a 16. That hit.
Excellent. All right. Well, with this bad boy is going to take. That sounded weird when I said it that way. Is going to go ahead and take
Sounded
25
great.
points of damage.
Oh, that is a major hit to this thing. 2 hit points of damage to it.
So
Bottom
pistol
block
whip is two.
action.
Yeah, and then Medbot lands in a 3-point landing, and it looks really neat. But now his gun's kind of muddy.
Okay, now I'm going to spend a fear to
No.
highlight one of the pillars of rock that's got the copper tracing on it, one of the big pillars. It, all of a sudden, lurches into motion.
Stop.
And it strides forward there. And then it will do a boulder fist smash attack on Murderbot.
Medbot.
It's a 21 for a 16 physical. You have to mark an armor slot without receiving the benefits thereof. You can also mark a second armor slot to reduce the damage as this thing just crushes down on your armor.
I am going to go ahead and accept the damage on this one.
Okay? You still do need to mark one armor slot.
already
And
did.
since it hit, it gains fear for momentum. And then as a reaction, as that thing hits you, the turret ball immediately shoots out a laser at you. Adversary damaged by other. Mark stress, adds standard attack damage to damage. So you can. Oh, wait, that just adds it to damage. Okay.
Oh, so his 16.
So his
would go
16
to
is
the-
going to become 37.
Oh no. I am going to mark an armor slot to reduce that down to just the 1 point of damage I'd already
Got it.
put on my feet. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, 2 armor slots reduced down to 1. His reaction is done. That thing's done. I already added the fear. Now they have 2 fear. And that will be all. Back to you guys.
He seems okay. This is a good time to retreat.
Ow.
No, I'm gonna shoot it. Let's do. Well, I recharged my Unleash Chaos, so let's do that. So I'm going to attack. I'm gonna attack this elemental thing because it seems nasty. I will use a stress to add the experience, which will let me use double. So that'll be +4 from fuck around and find out, which is useful for all situations. So yeah, let's do that. So that is 18 with hope
Hit.
to hit the elemental.
That's a hit.
I will use manipulate magic to hit an additional target within range,
Okay.
which will be the other target. And this is 16, 27 damage.
27. Okay, that does 2 to the elemental. 27 does, I think, 2 to the turret. Yep, 2 to the turret.
And I think I would have had to be up a little bit, so I'll move. That's all for me. I'll pass it on to Kelia, maybe?
Actually, I'll spend a fear real quick. So down to 1
How dare
fear.
you? How dare you?
I know.
Or you could just not spin fear.
And you guys feel the ground rumbling. Kelly, you can see what's coming, unfortunately. As another one of those pillars comes out of the ground and moves forward, comes through the veil, stomping over the wolf effectively, and this whole thing is happening as rocks are tumbling down the hill from the keep there, and it does a rock slide in front of it. It marks the stress, creates a rock slide that buries the land in front of you to 30 feet, 20 physical damage to all of you, and you'll all become vulnerable until your next roll with hope. An agility resistance roll of a 19 will have that, and you will not be vulnerable.
Okay.
It's going to affect everyone but Medbot.
Yeah, take that, nerds. I mean, I'm sorry.
All right, I'm gonna spend hope to add a bonus. So agility roll.
And there's no fear generated from any of these rolls, and no hope generated from any of these rolls.
That's good.
And there's no hope of me passing a roll.
Why? All right. So what do we take from it?
20 physical
it's up
or
there.
10 if you made the roll. If you fail the roll, you're also vulnerable, which means anyone attacking you has advantage until you roll with hope.
Okay.
So if you got a vulnerable, put like a red dot on your guy so we won't forget you're vulnerable. The red dot is by clicking the token, clicking the circle underneath the token, and then clicking the red dot. Okay, so that's its turn. That used up that fear. And back to you guys.
All right, I'm marking my damage. I feel like this orb eye thing is the particular problem, and it did move. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I can get to it, and I will attack it. Is the rock slide considered an attack? Probably not.
No, I don't think it was. No.
Okay. All right. Well, it's probably good to get all these guys done. So I will do that. I will cast Hypnotic Shimmer, because it doesn't matter if I get rid of my Veil of Night since it didn't have an effect. So I will make a spellcast roll against all adversaries in front of me. Is that in front of me enough?
So you basically draw like a 180-degree line. You draw a line through your guy, and everything on one side of that line is affected.
Okay. It's a non-diagonal thing.
It can be diagonal. You can put it any direction you want.
Okay.
So it could be the rock and the Treant thing.
Okay. If I can't get all three, then I'm just gonna attack the turrety guy.
Okay.
So I will, just in case this by some chance makes it vulnerable, I will begin by taunting it. Oh my god, you're so ridiculous! I can't believe you're actually some sort of like a creature thing. My god, that's so pathetic. And I will make a presence roll against it.
DC 16.
Okay. And I will use my princess, spending another hope. Ew, that is
Crit.
not enough.
Crit.
Oh, it's a crit. Good. Yay. All right. Come back here, hope.
Gain a hope. Drop stress.
Fantastic. Oh, yeah, I do have a stress. All right, perfect. So I will now roll a bunch of d4s. /5 /R. Where are we? So if I did get a 4, so it takes 4 stress, the orb.
That makes it vulnerable.
Yay.
It's all stress.
And now I'll attack it.
So you have advantage.
Yeah, so now I will weapon it up with my Ghost Blade.
Red dot on this guy.
And I don't know if it prefers physical or magical. If I don't know, I'll try physical.
Can't tell.
And I will attack. It's an extra 6 on it, so 24 to hit with hope. So my damage is going to be 37.
37 is enough to destroy the thing. As your blade sinks into it, coppery looking like electrical discharge goes all around it, and then it explodes, sending shrapnel in all directions to 30 feet from the thing. 25 physical damage, agility, resistance roll for half. DC 16 on that. One for the bad guys here.
30?
Remember, no hope, no fear, but that's a crit. I think crits apply to... I think they apply to resistance rolls. I got 2 bad guys. Boom. Both of them are affected. Take 25 physical damage. You can see the damage doesn't do a whole lot to these giant chunks of rock. It does a little damage to them. And this guy is gone. So it should be Kalia, Medbot, and Silver. Everyone else is out of it. Yeah. So Silver, you'll have a DC 16 roll. Agility.
I'm not great at dodging out of the way of things, but I'll try it anyway. Hey, I am
nice.
great.
Nice. All right, Kalia. What else you got?
Kelly,
I think that
run for that.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, cool. I'll mark an armor slot or did you take damage from that? Do you need me to help you reduce the damage?
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Great. I'll mark an armor slot so you can reduce that down by 1.
Thank you very much. I'm much appreciated, and that means I only have 1 hit point down. I really appreciate that. The only thing I'll do is, well, actually, my veil's gone. So
I'm sorry too.
I don't need to.
So the thing exploded, and in the air where the thing was, like in the middle of the thing, evidently there was like a copper skull inside of it, almost like piloting it, and it falls to the ground by Murderbot and Kalia's feet. And then I'm going to interrupt you with a fear.
Tom, quick question. Also,
Yeah.
did the elementals take the explosion damage?
They did, yeah.
Beautiful.
Then the skull, it hits the ground, and then it seems to almost burrow through the ground. It does burrow through the ground. It burrows into the ground and goes down at an angle a little bit to the south and maybe a little bit to the west. And the ground caves in behind it.
Towards the ghost miners.
I'm imagining the chattering teeth that you wind up. Yeah.
And back to you guys.
Kelly, I think you were moving.
No, it's fine because I forgot my veil of shadow is not there. I don't know how to erase it.
I'll get it for you.
Thank you.
If someone could give me a quick boost, I can try to take out one of these guys.
Yeah, I got you. I'll give you
Okay.
advantage.
So no, it's an ability actually. I will move over here. Could you just give me a quick boost?
I'll give you a boost. What do you need?
All right, so you throw me into the air.
I think, hold up
okay.
real quick though. I think the rock slide made you
Vulnerable.
vulnerable. I thought it made you restrained too, but maybe not. Let me double check. It doesn't
didn't
say that.
say-
I bet it was supposed to, but we'll say it didn't. You were able to dodge it
Okay.
since I didn't write it down.
Cool. I was listening for restrained. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
go.
I have to mark a stress to do this, and then I can be flung by a willing ally to a target within far range. So I will come over here.
Great.
And so I will attack with advantage. I add a d10 to the damage, and I end in melee with the target. So here goes everything.
I like to imagine you ran up
And
my shield.
I am destined to sacrifice. So I'm flying through the air, realizing that this will probably end badly for me. So I will use a hope to gain an experience. Here goes. Come on, let me do this. Sorry, I'm having a little technical issue here.
Oh, that's why you're rolling low.
He's been rolling d4s the whole time.
Yeah, I feel like it.
It's like when you're at a convention, you notice that guy's got the like D10 instead of the D20. It's just
Oh, that could be pretty often now with draw steel. You got to make sure you're not playing with a draw steel player with 2d20s.
yeah.
All right, so that is total 15, 19.
That's a
with
hit.
Hope.
With hope, good.
So I will, instead of marking hope, I will add a Slayer die. So I do my damage plus a d10. And I will also spend my Slayer dice to add 2d6. So 2d6
I like Slayer.
a
Slayer's great.
d10. Damage. Here we go. I get to re-roll those two ones. So 2d8 plus 2d6 plus 27. All right. The 2d8 plus 2d6.
Oh,
Some good damage.
So 18 plus 9, 27 plus 18. 27 plus 18, 45.
45, okay. And I had forgot something from before, but this thing is really hard to damage. This is why you saw it not take a whole lot of damage from the explosion. But 45 is enough to give it a big chunk of damage. It reduces its damage that it takes from anything physical, I think it is. Let me double check. Physical, yeah, by 7. So actually the explosion was, I don't know if that was physical or not. Anyway, 45 minus 7 is still a severe or major wound, so it took 2 more hit points.
And then when I make a successful attack against the target, I can spend a hope to use that attack against other targets within very close range.
Boom, okay.
Is the other one.
So hit the other one
other
to
one in
do 2 to it?
Yeah,
Got
so
it.
45, so 46, so 23.
Oh, it's halved, okay.
It's halved,
And then okay, so that'll do 1 to it. So that 2. Got it.
All right, I'm done.
And you're done, and they have no fear. They have no way to interrupt you guys until you guys fail a roll, so keep going.
I'll shoot some magic at one of these guys. I'm gonna move first of all. Down here, just regular movement because I want to get hit less, and then I will target this guy here.
Okay.
With some magic stuff. I will use my stress is okay. I'll use a stress to use an experience, and then I will attack with my short staff. So this will be +4 +8. Done. Crit!
Crit. Yeah, nice.
So I will use another stress to hit a second creature. And so
There's
this
another
will
question
be...
for the rules. Is he critted? Or is he just hit? We'll say he's critted.
Yeah, so that'll be... sorry, I need to roll dice, don't I?
Yep. Roll your dice and add all your rolled dice maximum to it.
Yeah. So it's this plus 24.
Yep.
So it is 10, 17 plus 24, 41.
41. Okay. And this is magic or physical?
Magic.
Magic. Okay, they can't reduce that. That's severe damage to these guys. 3 to that one. And does it do the full damage to the second target too?
Yep.
3 to that one. Got them both. And that
And
was
I
a
will-
crit, so you clear a stress if you need to. You gain a hope.
Yes. And I will use my second wind. And because it is with hope, one person nearby can clear a hit point or 3 stress. I know our bot's been getting hit a lot. Do you want to clear 3 stress or point?
Yeah, I'd love to clear a hit point. How many hit points can I clear? 1?
Just 1.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Super.
1. I'm done, and I'll pass it on to who.
Well, let me jump in. I want to move up
go.
beside our orc friend and use a restoration die to clear 2 hit points.
Thank you.
You live.
Live, damn it, live.
And actually, I'll try and attack this thing with my hollowed axe as soon as I figure out how to roll the dice. There it is. That's a 12 with...
Failure with fear.
Do I count as an ally to myself?
No, not generally.
No? Okay. Never mind.
Okay, failure with fear. So we add a fear, and the clock counts down to 0.
Oh no, what does that mean? What does that mean?
So the
Oh, no.
countdown, the copper poisoning is getting to you. When it triggers, all characters make a strength or instinct reaction roll. So you got strength or instinct. It's DC 16, and you're going to take... Oh, and those of you who are protecting yourselves, which you might not be doing if you're wielding a two-handed weapon now. Although you could have tied it around, so you can still say you're being protected. Protective masks or clothes give advantage on their reaction roll. So you'll have advantage on the reaction roll if you have your protective stuff going, which I think you all do. And the damage is 4d6, 5.
Oh. No. Wait, I got a crit.
Remember, no hope, no fear. It's going to be 21 direct physical damage. Half of that being 11 if you succeed on your save. 21 or 11 direct physical.
I took 1.
That was the countdown clock. And then there's also the failure, so we're going to have an elemental go here. It will do... It's slow, so it starts raising up its fist to smash it down. Actually, it starts gathering rocks around it. Like it's going to cause another one of those rock slides. But it's slow, so it's just started to do that. When it goes again, it'll get the chance to do that. And I'm going to spend that fear and have the other one, the other elemental, steps forward and raises up his fist to smash it down. Again, he's slow, so he's just starting to do that. And my fear should be at 0. And your turn. As the two elementals are about to wreak havoc.
I'm gonna try to take a swing on that elemental that's right next to me.
Okay.
All right. So again, pistol whip. Not the most exciting attack, but darn it, it's an attack. Pistol whip. That is a... Oh, I'm so sorry. 15 with hope.
15,
Is that a trait roll?
15 missed.
Well, I don't like that. And then here's a question. I have a feature called Frontline Tank, which allows me to spend 3 hope to clear 2 armor slots. Do I have to... Is that my action, or can I just do that on my turn?
That's a good question. And that is
You're
what
not limited
type?
by actions.
Is it bone or is it valor?
Oh, it's my unique hope feature from being Guardian.
Oh, I bet it's free. You have to look it up. I think it might be free.
Yeah, it's free because there's no real actions.
Got
There's
it.
only stuff that requires a roll and stuff that doesn't.
Got it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to spend 3 hope to clear 2 of my armor slots.
Okay.
All right. So I miss, but I'm readjusting my shield. My
Okay.
stretcher.
So the one to the east rains down basically an avalanche of boulders, affecting all of you guys with a rock slide. 14 physical damage and vulnerable till you roll with hope. 19 agility reflex to take half and not vulnerable. And actually, pause there. It's going to have to pick north or south to not get its other elemental. So it's not going to be affect Phragma or Solmera. Only Medbot, Kelia, and Silver.
So we need to move around accordingly for this noise. I yelled at everybody. All right.
Oh, big crit!
Nice.
Wow.
It's 14 or it's 7.
And this is agility, right?
Correct. If you get vulnerable because of it, put a red dot in your guy. It won't stack with other red dots, so you only need 1 red dot. It goes away when you roll with hope.
Oh, so mine would have gone away, but
Maybe.
that's right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it, and it's back to you guys.
I'd like to attack, so I will move around and attack this guy. I'm going to... There we are. All right, attacking with the Ghost Blade. There was something about physical versus magical.
Yep, it looks like it's resisting physical attacks a little bit.
Okay, so I will make this magical and attack. It's a 25 with fear, unfortunately.
That's a hit.
Let's get that damage.
Fear.
Damage is 38. I'm guessing that's severe.
That is severe. And it only had 1 hit point left. That destroys it. And since you rolled with fear, the other one will go. He was raising his fist to smash it down. He'll smash it down on Phragma with a boulder fist. Coming down. 15 to hit you.
Yes.
24 physical. You have to mark an armor slot. You can mark a second armor slot to reduce damage.
I am out of armor slots, so
Okay.
I will go. I'm going to intercede. I'm
Okay.
going to mark one of my armor slots to then reduce his damage down 1 step.
Okay. So you have to mark an additional damage because of not having an armor slot, which then Medbot helps you with, so just the regular damage.
okay. I will take 2 the damage.
And since it just hit, it gains fear. Can't target one thing twice, though, in one GM turn, so back to you guys. Unless it's a solo.
Well, if nobody else is shooting, I'm shooting.
Shoot.
I will just point my staff at it and pew pew.
Oh, and
I'm
we had a
not gonna
failure with fear, was it?
I did not.
I had succeeded with fear, and that's why you were able to go.
Okay. So a success with fear is -1. So we're down to 5.
I think 14's probably not gonna do it.
No, that'd be a failure with fear, so that drops it down to 2.
Would be.
And I gain a fear, and the thing will go. Raises up a fist to attack again. Actually, it's going to do a landslide. But it's summoning up the rocks. You can see the rocks starting to shake. And then back to you guys.
Kill it. Get out of the way.
Could someone give me a boost?
Yeah, I'll give you a boost.
Awesome.
I like to imagine that you run up my shield and then I piston it up.
All right, and then I flip over it and land here, and attack. Oh, I have to turn. Whoop! I have to turn the boost on. Where'd you go? There you go. Boom. Okay, there we are. Longsword with advantage. So that is, it's only a 15.
Did it
you
roll your advantage
though?
too?
It's there.
It's there? Okay, so that's a miss, but not with fear. So back to its turn. It's going to then expend its rocks to get Solmera, Medbot, and Kelia. Rock slide. 13 physical damage for all of you. 19 resistance roll agility. It takes a stress to do that. And then while you guys are figuring that out, it's back to your turn.
It was how much damage? 13?
13 physical.
Succeed, meaning I still take the same damage, but I'm not vulnerable. I'll mark an armor slot to not take that damage.
Yeah, mark armor. I will dodge forward to attack this thing. That's enough of you. And I'm going to attack it.
Ooh, nice shot.
22 with hope. And let's do some damage. When 8 feels a little raw, I'll go ahead and kick it just in case.
Okay.
I also should say, I should probably remember that I get sneak attack. I always
Yeah.
forget that.
Yeah.
Might as well just add that in. So,
Ooh,
that's
good roll.
probably severe damage at the 43 level.
43 is severe. 3 points damage to the thing. And you guys keep going. It's on its last legs. It's starting to wobble.
Get it. I will help whoever goes next.
I jump in.
I give you advantage.
I kill it. Or I
As long as you don't miss, you got it.
don't tell me how to live my life, Tom. You said I have advantage on the
You have
roll?
advantage, extra d6.
Wonderful. Let's go ahead and take a big old swing. That's going to be a
Oh,
critical.
wow.
Yeah.
Critical.
Okay. So I've got a fun ability that I get to use now.
Yeah.
I have the ability Critical Inspiration. When I critically succeed on attack, all allies within very close range can either clear a stress or gain a hope.
Wow,
So
nice.
that would be everybody but Silver
Yeah.
may clear a stress or gain a hope. And I can use that once per rest, and then I gain a hope, right, for a critical.
Yeah. And how do you destroy this thing?
Oh yeah, beautiful. I run forward, take my shield and jam it in sideways to it, right, like the edge into a crack in its body, and then I take my pistol and I just. I'm taking my fist and I'm just beating the shield into it, widening the crack until the thing just shatters.
All right. With a almighty crack, it falls to the ground. Now, you still have the danger in this area, so you need to get out of here. Silver, you can see it into the keep a little bit, but you can't see what's back in that back corner. And so it stays with you guys.
Can I see
We
now?
should definitely go
There's
in
the
there.
staircase.
Yeah,
There's
move
the
so you
stair.
can.
Okay, everyone, make sure to stay go one at a time, so you still got environmental effects happening. But as long as you all go one at a time and only move 30 feet, you're going to be pretty okay.
So, I'll move my full 30 feet and I'll
Okay.
call out, "Hey, there's a stairway."
Okay, then I'm going to spend a fear to interrupt. And vines come lashing out.
Because
Actually,
of course
no, I'm
they-
going to make animals charge through. Another herd of elk come through on Fragma, Medbot, and Kelia. And this is going to be for 27 physical. Is it direct physical? Nope, just regular physical. And it says agility reaction roll for half. 16 on the check.
Oh, I actually made it.
Okay, so that herd goes through. It's back to you guys. One person go.
So I would use my last armor on this, possibly. Let me see. I have something about that. What's my feature?
Brogma, did you succeed?
I succeeded. What was the damage?
27.
27.
Okay, so I
Okay,
Half of
so
that.
I have a
One.
Valor Stone, so I get to roll a d6 just to see. If I get a 6, then good things happen. No. All right, so it doesn't help me. So I mark my last armor slot.
Silver, you seem to feel like you might be safe here from the attacks from the forest itself, although the copper is heaviest here. And there's a flight of stairs that you can see going down.
Yep. I continue move. I've called out that there's
So
stairs, and
don't
I
move
can-
onto the stairs, but just stay there. And
Yeah.
we'll say you're safe if you're going. Are you going to go down?
I'm gonna look around the corner to see where they lead, and then I'm gonna.
Okay. So you'll be safe from the copper. I'm just going to put you over to the side here. Who wants to go next?
Move forward. I'm still invisible.
Single move. You can see into the keep. Who wants to go next?
Me.
Go ahead. You want to do a single move?
Yeah.
Single
Yep.
move. Okay. Then I'm going to spin to fear. As vines lash out around Frogma to capture your last friend there. Frogma, make a DC 16 agility roll or get restrained and vulnerable.
All right, I'm going to use a hope to be destined for sacrifice. So here we go. Agility. That is a 15, 16, 17.
All right, you made it. So you dodge out of the way of the vines. Who wants to go next?
Can I?
Sure. You
Yeah.
want to move a
Go.
single move or more than a single?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to risk it.
Okay. Make an agility check.
Okay.
16. Ooh, success. You make it. With fear, however, means that as you're running through Frogma and the rest of you run into the keep, you have one last check to make against the choking copper. It is a strength or instinct, 16, and the damage is, remember you'll have advantage, all of you, basically. It is 21, and this is direct, so armor can't stop it.
If we succeed, it halves, right?
It's 11 if you succeed. I think they round up in this game.
I've been assuming that my ability to shield people will not really help with this.
Does not help with this one, correct.
Yeah, didn't
Yep.
think so.
All right, so we take half of 21.
21 or 11, correct.
Okay.
And then you run down the stairs to safety, you hope. And that's where we'll end it for today.